You're on.
Greetings, we are the Fellowship Gaming. We're here to entertain you with another tale of daring, disasters, and dimwits, especially dimwits today, because I'm in charge. So please grab your favorite drink and perhaps a snack and let us regale you with songs of our misdeeds. And hopefully, deeds. Tonight we will be playing Hunter the Gathering.
The Reckoning.
The Reckoning. Not Gathering. Hunter the Reckoning. It's a 5th edition World of Darkness book that they've come out, I think a year ago. And it's a D10 pool system. And since I've never played it before, but I've seen people play it, it's going to be fun. And if we don't get the rules exactly right, as long as we have what's new.
True.
And if you have quibs about that, just leave a comment and we may or may not get to it. And we'll also thank you for joining us. Oh.
That's at the end.
No, it says if you'd like to join us during our live streams, head over to Twitch and give us a follow and part of our live chat. And make sure you hit the bell notifications to get notified.
Like, subscribe, bell notification.
Yeah, like, subscribe, and hit
Fred,
that bell in my
sit
pants.
back a little.
Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Let me move the microphone. Technical difficult. No,
No,
no
we need
technical
to move
difficulty.
the camera back.
We're trying out a new chair, so we'll see how this works. And it's actually somewhat not. I can't see.
I can see.
Okay.
I'm not. Close enough. Good enough.
Good enough for me.
And this is a more of a storytelling type system, which I actually like.
In case you haven't noticed, we tend to prefer storytelling systems.
Unless it's 2nd edition. Pathfinder 2nd edition.
Well, the only reason we don't use that as a storytelling device is because it's society-based. We
Yeah.
have to run it through a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if we don't, we get in trouble.
Yeah, if we actually did a homebrew campaign, we could do whatever we want.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised we haven't. It's like we haven't had any new players in a while. Like we did it for Horizon Vast with Starfinder, and I was like, there's so many good PF2 ones out there, like Bloodlords. Like just we would have so much fun just killing stuff and resurrecting stuff and being undead ourselves and dealing with the undead. Like
We ought to do it once a month. Have somebody run a campaign. Would it be fantastic?
well, we do 2 offline.
Yeah.
So I think
So
most of the people. My times are terrible. If we did it like on a Saturday or Sunday, I'd be not a Saturday, but a Sunday or something like that once a month. I'd be preferable. We're doing.
hopefully
Oh,
starting.
it's not called Fantasy Flight. What's it called? Traveler.
Hopefully we'll be starting it in January, and we'll be hopefully running the Pirates of Drynax. I do believe is what it's pronounced, and it'll be the 4th Friday of the month. Yeah, we'll be running that. So stay tuned with more information about that coming up in a couple months. And we're starting off in a small town similar to Logan. In other words, it's big enough to have things happen, and
It's large enough that you don't know most people.
yes. And of course, there is a small college contingency here in the town. We come up with our intrepid band of would-be hunters that are more like, if you ever seen the show Taps or
Ghost Hunters.
Ghost
or
Hunters and
any
stuff
of
like
those,
that.
yeah.
They're not quite sure that monsters are real, but they're pretty sure ghosts are.
Yeah.
And we're meeting.
We've had experiences.
We have experiences of all sorts of weird things happening. And of course, there couldn't be anything. There could be no such thing as scary things like vampires or werewolves.
I mean, they're fun in movies.
Yeah, they're fun. And who knows? Maybe one of our group is a werewolf. We never know.
I'm not supposed to tell him I took that perk.
Or meeting.
Casey's like, I don't remember reading that. That was in a special PDF that Fred sent me.
Oh, I see.
I'm like,
And you didn't send me one to be a McCall?
This is Fred's chance to flex and be like, yeah, I put it on Discord. One of you could have been a secret werewolf. I offered it to everyone. You didn't read it?
Since I do so well on Discord.
I still don't know if you're just not being flagged when we put in some of the grouping names.
I don't get any notification that there's anything new on
Probably
Discord.
turned them all off ages ago.
Probably.
I also don't get notifications, but I'm on Discord all the time, so I just...
I'm lucky if I get on Discord once a month, so...
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, and we all learned something this month, that no matter what, Thanksgiving's on the fourth Thursday of the month. Apparently,
Since 1970 something.
1941. I looked it up. Before World War II.
That's fair.
I decided, I was like, when did that happen? Because I swore it was like the third Thursday of the month, and then all of a sudden I found out it's the fourth Thursday of the month, and I went, huh? When did that happen? 1941.
I never remember. There's rules for Easter, and there's rules for all sorts. I'm like...
I figured Easter, they just pick a day, and
we're
pick
we're
a
effed
Sunday.
if like a solar flare hits and just kills all our electronics. We're going back to the Stone Age, and our like think about how many times a day you look at your phone, look at your watch, look at the calendar, or something that's not analog. Yeah, but that's gonna lose. Like the battery eventually going to die, but what is a non-quartz base loses like a couple minutes a year, something like that.
It's okay. If the battery dies, you just extend your middle finger and make a sundial.
Inside. It's always noon.
It's always the same time. It's
funny that. Yeah. What's that? Broken clock is right twice a day?
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
That's right.
A broken sundial is right all the time.
Except when the sun goes down. Anyways.
Then it's definitely 0 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dark 30.
Oh, dark 30. That's right.
When are you going to get up?
Speaking of Hunter.
Yeah, when are you going to get up? Oh, dark 30. Anyways, I'll let you guys kind of... You guys are sitting around either at one of your safe houses or... And I'll let you guys introduce your guys' characters.
Well, aren't we just playing us?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're similar.
Oh, I just made me.
Our version of us in the world of
Yeah.
darkness.
No,
Yes.
as if we knew or suspected that supernaturals had the potential to be true. So, I mean, I guess this is where our constituency learns more about us than we care to admit.
Maybe.
It's like, yeah. So, I don't remember I know the spreads weren't given names for the skills, but I opted for the 1, 3, 8, 2, 10, 1.
That's fine.
I know that there's really good ones where you can get like 4 3s and 6 2s and 10 2. I don't remember. I think it was 3 different variations, and I went for the one that gave me the largest spread, just because I feel like I'm an everyman more than a specialist.
That's
All
right.
the balanced. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went with that.
I did go with the 3 in brawling, mostly because it included boxing, martial arts in general, grappling, all things that I've done extensively. I didn't really feel like anything else. But yeah, like I said, the things that I didn't put a focus in, like driving, I've only had my license less than 8 years. Actually, only like 5 or 6. Was it every 4 years you have to get it redone? And I've only had it redone once. 5, yeah. So I've had it about 6 or 7 years. Firearms, I have a passing knowledge, but I haven't shot a gun in so many years. Animal I'm good with animals, but I don't have any particular notion in like training them. Like I'll pet a dog and sometimes they'll bite me and I'm like, shit. Same thing with etiquette. I'm me. Like I know there's certain decorum that you have to establish, but I just don't care. So these are all the things I didn't put any ranks in. Leadership, people would complain that I could be a leader, but If you give me a clear directive to follow, and I think it's just, I'm fine doing that. I'll can pick up the reins if necessary, but in this group, I know that I'm not. Like, I'm the guy that you guys look at and go, if we put a really heavy backpack on him, it'll get there. But when it comes to leadership capabilities, I'm sure Casey's probably just a step above me.
I mean, I threw 2 ranks into leadership.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, you've had experience with it to some degree. Like my wife, I would never let her put less than 2 in because she's a warrant. I was like, honey, you lead every fucking day. Hell, you lead me in this marriage. So, I also didn't put much ranks in finance, and I didn't put many ranks in politics, mostly because those don't interest me. And then I didn't put any in performance, despite the fact that I did perform in a theater group when I was younger, but it's been so far and few in between. So yeah, composure is my high stat as far as my attributes. Everything else is pretty across the board. I put manipulation at 1. I didn't feel like I don't care. I don't want people to manipulate me, and I don't want to manipulate other people. I'd rather just do it through force of personality. And yeah, so I improvise gear. Basically, it enables me to kind of jerry rig something to give me a 2 dice advantage. I took frugal, so I effectively have a backpack of random assortment. I have the SU materials feat, where I don't have to have access to a bunch. I just kind of have like duct tape and random shit in the back of my van or my backpack, or whatever. And I was like, I fix armor in the SCA all the time, so I have an armor fixing. I have rivets and hammers and pliers and all sorts of random shit. And then I took speed crafting because I'm really good at just winding duct tape and because I'm used to doing it. If you break a helmet or a rivet or something, 5 minutes you're back out fighting. So I was like, that makes sense. And then doing it to my van, like hoses and shit, like you piece of shit. Yeah, and then other than that, so for my creed, I went martial. So attacking the supernatural via arms and tactics. Basically, I just think that if they're real, you should be able to interact with them. I'm not going to say my drive is to just always attack the supernatural, but hey, man, if I can and they come at me, I've seen hell.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
Yeah, yeah, right. And even if it doesn't bleed, and then
I'll
drive
make it
curiosity. What do the monsters do and why? I like the idea of like learning about your enemies. You know. So yeah, that's basically it. And then it's just standard stuff. Took linguistics and sign language and English, obviously. And then for my advantages, it was basically just I have friends who I don't have access to certain channels, but like my wife has access, Jason has access. I mean, even you would be. I would say, hey, do you know what? Yeah, probably, maybe.
Probably.
You know, and you're like, oh man, if we could only find helmets, like, do I know it? Hey, Tony, you got some SCA friends we can gank some helmets from? Yeah, of course I do. I have 3 loaner helmets in the shed right now. Let's go put them on. So, and then I took disabled as a bonus flaw. I kind of played around with the allowances a little bit. Because I took person of interest in criminal history. Any cop who runs my name is going to find out I have a assault back, 15 years ago. My wife made me a better person. We all agree. And then I took, so because of my Baja, basically, I can't focus or anything. I just assume any noise is noise, whether it's good or bad. I don't know. I can't pick it up. It's not stereophonic or anything. So a disabled auditory gives me a -1 dice on awareness tests that are based on auditory.
Okay.
So that's me.
Okay. So I took Creed Inquisitive. I'm more curious about the whole thing. There's this. I don't know if monsters are real, but I really want to find out. Because that'd be cool.
Also, I hope they're nice.
I bet there might be some nice ones.
Sure.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping. And my drive is curiosity. So obviously, my highest stat is intelligence. Because everyone that knows me, when they get to see what I play in RPGs, they're like, "Why do you do that? You're not a wizard?" No. Tend to be much more. I tend to take martial characters, but I am not the martial person.
That's valid.
Awareness and science are my top. I took biology as my specialty in science because
I did the same.
I was going to be a nurse, so biology.
Yeah, I saw
makes
that.
sense.
I think it was under science. No, it was under medicine. It had like phlebotomy and some other stuff as well. Maybe. But yeah, I did genetic engineering in college. So I, was like, I could do biology or genetics, and biology was far more, like you said, if it bleeds, it can die. Like
Yeah.
that's what biology is all about, the study
Yep.
of living things. So
I don't have anything in craft, larceny, stealth, or survival. Mainly because I ran out of skill points, or I would have thrown at least one in survival.
okay. You get a free one in academics, science. You get another. So that's a free one. You get a free one in performance if you have a dot, which you do. And you get
Okay.
a free one in craft, which you do not, because you don't have a dot in there. No. Specialization.
Oh.
So you get 4 free specializations
free
and then one extra one. Yeah.
specializations.
But you have to have a rank in the skill to get the free
Okay,
specialization.
I wasn't sure on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have intimidation,
Nope.
etiquette.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was going to say you get 1 free specialization in performance. And you get 1 free. So, like, you have biology here. Academics be like, for me, it was medieval history, because obviously.
For me, it'd probably just be English.
Sure.
Well, that was my actual major.
No, I know. It's that's valid. They do like art history, architecture. I guess English could be, and then performance, or probably oratory or something. Like I think team speaking is one of them.
Yeah, probably.
Like that would make sense if you had to write or like oration for English and then speak it.
Well, a lot of performance would probably be useful during military exercises, oratory, talking a lot. Okay.
Well, ironically, performance cadence is absolutely valid.
I think I'm decent at cadences.
Cool. What did
So-
you do for your edge?
Oh yes, my edges are. I took Sense the Unnatural, and my perk is hands free, so
Nice.
I just do it. And then Arsenal,
Cool.
because I have access to weapons. My dad was a big gun nut, so there's a lot of guns at home.
Yeah, Utah's like little Texas.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a gun in Utah. Not as many as they have in Texas, but a lot of people have guns.
Well, I mean, that could be Utah, Idaho, Wyoming.
valid. I was like, I was here. I was from New York, and I was here 3 months investigating the church, and they were like, "Let's go shotgun shooting." And I was like, "Hold on a minute, I don't know you guys that well." Apparently, that's a bonding thing. I was like, "Oh, this is what you guys do instead of drink beer." Okay, both are functionally
Valid.
dangerous.
Both are valid.
Yes.
Let's go shoot stuff. What?
That's what I was like. You're gonna take me out in the middle of nowhere? It's a big valley. You sit halfway up on a mountain. We're gonna shoot at targets? No, we're gonna shoot at hay bales. We're gonna what? I'm from New York. This is not safe. It's like they're like, here's a 20-06. Oh my god, that's amazing. And then we made bacon and eggs fire right nearby. I was like, Jesus Christ, where have you guys been my whole life? This is amazing.
here.
I never would have gotten any trouble if I had done this in New York. Well, I would have gotten a different type of trouble in New York if I had done this. But all right, anything else you want to tell us about yourself, Casey? Nice.
Traveler, and to a certain extent, Torg Eternity. It's made me leery of just basing characters off myself, so I took some liberties here. So I'm playing as Art Morrison. I'm a budding YouTube celebrity. My creed is entrepreneurial. Like, I want to be the Steve Irwin of the supernatural. I want to put my head in the ghost's mouth and say, look how angry she is.
What? She's a right beaut, that.
My
I bet
ambition,
she looks a little pissed off. Have a Snickers. Why? You're not yourself when you're angry.
My ambition is to get 1 million views on a YouTube video.
Hell yeah.
And of course, my drive is greed. So, need to make money off of this. I
How many
kind of.
subscribers do we have already?
I thought we were getting close to 200.
Nice.
196 last I checked.
Julie told me we were over 200.
We might be now.
Yeah.
I'm set up more or less as just kind of a tanky person. Got a lot of health and willpower.
Nice.
I mean, I have a good chunk of health and decent willpower.
I go from I'm 6 and 6.
I'm accompanied
6
by
and
my camera girl Jackie. Her skill is running away really fast,
And,
I love it.
screaming.
which always messes up the shot when we do find
Yeah.
a ghost because she doesn't stick around for it.
She do the Blair Witch protocol.
Very much. But that's also why she's been around so
That's our
long.
best video so far. Is the found camera footage of her running away.
200 subscribers exactly.
Yeah.
So I have a little bit of fame for my videos.
Thank you to our subscribers.
But
We appreciate
society
We love you.
also shuns me as a YouTuber. So
Sure, that's valid. You're an influencer? No, I'm a YouTuber. They don't know what that means anymore.
I have a library of videos at home of supernatural stuff I think we've caught.
Awesome.
It's a little hard because Jackie's really fast. And
Diver-
then the bane to my existence. I just repel the unnatural. I don't know how. Something about me. They don't want to be around. I just want to be friends. Doesn't work.
That's what it is. You come on too strong.
This guy's gonna stick his hand where?
No, that's what I'm saying. He's like, Ollie, oxen free, and there's two ghosts in the corner going, fuck that. Nah. Did you see what you did to Beth last week? That's some bullshit. I swear he couldn't see her, but you did not know what he was doing.
We are, we own like a small company, kind of like Taps, and we go around just locally, and
Yeah.
and it's been really hard for us to get people to actually
a-
allow us legally to go into like to set up and do stuff like this. I of course am playing myself because I didn't make a character because I'm playing everybody else.
That's okay. Let me guess. All 4 in your attributes across the board?
No, probably 2.
No.
And
Well, you get
in
1
every-
4, 1 3, or a couple 3s. I don't remember how to do it off the top of my head. But
Yeah, and if we were to doing this more regular, I would put a little bit more effort into it.
yeah.
Anyways,
Well, I felt really dumb because they were talking about their edges and perks and all that stuff, and I was like, I looked at those like several times. I couldn't figure out if I got any. And then while they were talking, I'm just like, character summary
Yeah.
for the character creation summary. I'm like, it's right there.
Yeah, you get 1 edge and 2 perks, or 2 edges and 1 perk.
And
I went with the 1 edge, 2 perks. He went with the 2 perks, or 2 edges, 1 perk. And we don't know what you've done yet. So
yeah, I did 2 edges and a perk.
yeah. So, you went with repel, and then you took one of the perks in that, or you went with an edge elsewhere.
It was a perk in there for it's hands free. That it's just me.
Oh,
that
that's right. You don't
exudes
have
it.
to have the cast thee out, Satan. You're just
Yeah.
like
I'm just
cast
like,
thee out, and the dirt spoke. It's like,
We're
Jesus.
like polar opposites of
Yeah.
each other. He repels them. I can find them.
yeah. And I don't believe they exist yet.
Well, if Jackie wasn't so good at running, we would have really good evidence.
Yeah.
Of this by now.
Why
So
do we
it's-
have Jackie with us again?
She's our camera girl.
yeah.
Basically, it's Sam or Sarah, whoever. Just be like,
Like it's really hard to explore these places.
it'd be
with
Julia, but she's too
one
young
hand.
to legally work for us.
well, we happen to be meeting at one of you guys' house, whichever one. Yeah, I'll let you guys decide.
I think I'm the only one with a safe house, right?
No, I have a.
Oh, you have one? Oh, I didn't know you said.
I just have a regular apartment. So
Or we could be meeting here. It doesn't really matter.
Actually, my safe house could be our office. That'd be fine.
That's fine.
That would afford some measure of security as far as like, oh, we have a key to get in.
Mhm.
Several. So.
And
That makes
I come up kind of excited, like, guys, guess what?
Got us a job.
I did.
Oh, that's cool. Is it going to be better than the last job?
I hope so. You heard of those?
I'm not taking pictures of your ex-wife again.
Which one? Oh, the other one.
The one that ran after. Oh shit! What was her name? I already forgot it. I want to say Felicia, but that's not her name. What's the name of the girl?
Jackie.
Jackie. Thank you. I'm terrible. It's not my wife. I forget who women exist.
That's fine. It says, you guys remember? You guys heard of the old hack factory? It's the
Sure.
it's the north of town. It's been
Okay,
shut
okay.
down since the 1950s.
What type of hats did it? Like bowler hats?
Well, they used to make bowler hats, but when World War II came along, they started making uniforms and stuff like that.
Oh, that makes sense.
Uniforms and stuff like that. And there was a accident there that happened like a couple months, and then they shut the whole place down.
Oh, dang.
It's 2 stories.
Hmm.
The first story is mainly like some administration. The second story is like they have, what I understand, a whole bunch of like stuff that they made, clothes, sewing machines, and stuff like that.
Okay. The production.
The production floors and stuff like that.
So it's less a conveyor factory, and more like everything was sewn, like one aspect here, put into a bin, moved to another room,
Correct.
and it was finished there. Okay.
Yeah, some of what I understand, and everything's still in it.
Oh wow.
The old owner passed away and gave it to his will to his like son, and he wants to either do something with it, like revamp it into like apartments or do something like that. But every time he tries to get started with something weird happens.
Oh, cool.
And so he wants us to figure out what it is. He thinks it's a ghost or poltergeist or something weird like that. But the outside of the company has been kept up, fixed. But the old owner wouldn't let anybody inside.
Liability issue. Probably.
Liability. But since we got the keys,
So do we have to sign a waiver for this one?
of course.
Wouldn't be right if we didn't.
And
He says it's
more like a property, not a property damage waiver, but a liability waiver, where like if we fall down the stairs or
basically say if something
There's-
happens, we can't sue him.
covering their own butts.
It's,
But hey, it'll make for a good video.
And I figured it would be really good, but I don't know if Jackie's going to be up to this one. I mean, it's going to be like covered in cobwebs and dust and stuff like that, and there might be a couple spiders.
I could probably jerry rig a couple chest cameras if we need to. We just utilize the ones in the office, make like little.
Yeah, it might be actually
Cams.
make it a little bit better.
Yeah.
If you could come up with a drone, maybe we can get a drone.
No, I don't quite have that facility, but I could jerry rig us little like chest cams if necessary. If Jackie can't make it for whatever reason.
Yeah. I just don't know if she would be willing to go into. It's had some really bad press. I mean, there's been finding dead animals around too.
That just could be hobos eating them. I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of.
Look, Jackie's solid. As long as nothing is actually there, she's fine.
Well, we're hoping there's something's actually there.
We want there to be something.
Then she'll be there. And
Until
when
then.
it reveals itself, she won't be there. That's how Jackie works.
Really think you need a new cameraman.
She's the best. I mean, the first 2 died because they stuck around.
Jesus. No wonder we have to sign waivers.
Well, one fell off a cliff.
Fell.
The
So-
other was a poor Twitch subscriber.
They win
Yeah, they won the contest.
a walk on roll?
Yeah. Didn't work out for him. Or it did.
That's Fred's second wife.
Third.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Actually, I don't know. Anyways.
Well, we investigated your 4th wife where you murdered her. And then she wanted revenge over something. I forgot what.
Yeah, forgetting to put the toilet seat down.
Yeah.
Sure, that's a reason to haunt after death.
Yeah. Or was it the 5th? I can't remember.
That's when we
That is your
agreed.
legal right.
That's when we agreed to stop looking into each other's lives.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, I only have two ex-wives. I don't have a third or
Oh,
fourth.
Lord.
I just don't need somebody. Cancel him. Anyways,
I mean, we could use a little cancel.
I just feel like in a year, Fred's going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm married again. And it's going to be a woman we've never met. We have no story. We're like, what the hell happened?
yeah, we
I just
hang.
think that's how you work. You're just like so subliminal.
Well, the last time I got married, I only knew that lady for a month, and that was just a horrible, horrible mistake on my part.
I guess.
Yes, that was a horrible, horrible mistake on your part.
Yeah, but at least I joined the army because of it.
Valid.
I don't know, it's weird that Google keeps trying to set me up with,
Local
like,
girls nearby.
no, they're like overseas girls. They're like, have you thought of an Asian woman? And I'm like, no. Have you thought
Do you want to marry a refugee from Ukraine? And you're like,
very
what?
much? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just like, no. I'm like, it's really weird.
Oddly, I've got a buddy that he married a Ukrainian girl.
Yeah.
He's really happy.
Because I think YouTube is just, or Google is convinced that I'm old, have tons of money, and they're like, yeah, you are a demographic. You're single. Here,
See, you
these
don't
women
have to
want
have a-
passage across the ocean. You're going to provide it.
You don't have to be rich.
No.
You just have to be American to some.
Yes, especially the Asian,
Filipinos.
Filipinos and stuff like that. Yeah, I've
But the thing is, most Filipinos speak English.
yeah. I never got stationed there, but I know a buddy that got stationed there twice. So, yeah. Anyways,
Good conversation. Now tell us more about this building.
Yeah.
it's 2 stories. It's made in like 1918. It's
So probably brick.
It's brick and mortar. And what I understand, he's kept it outside, put new roofs on and stuff like that, but wouldn't let anybody inside. Not even the workers when they're working on it.
Interesting. If we had somebody with access to historical society, we can get the blueprints for it. Technically, you need the library perk for that.
Or a contact. Or a contact.
Or that's fair.
Yeah, contacts.
So does anybody have the contact or library perk?
I got
have
some
contact
library.
too.
Yeah, I have one contacts local, maybe. I didn't really think my contacts would be.
I don't know. I didn't
that
guess
particular.
what my contacts are.
Well, if you hold 2 contacts and
All right. Well, that's a good roll to start off with. So it's 3 successes
3 successes.
off of library footage, my extensive YouTube collection.
Okay. You're able to locate what appears to be some blueprints for it. It's a decent size for basically a old building, and you're able to come up with like the 2 blueprints. The blueprints you found were the ones that they were originally used to build it. So you don't know how accurate it is, but it's the ones that are set up in like the city planning office and stuff like that.
The
city
architectural
offices.
plans. That's cool.
I got Ghostbusters Enigma in my head, so I don't notice any weird materials, selenium cores, cesium bulkheads.
There's a little room to the side that says ritualistic chamber. You're like, what the?
Pretty much.
He knows the basement is probably a little bit bigger than it should be, but it's the same. And it's kind of weird that it has a basement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As a basement.
Well, 1918 is reasonable. Might have a coal furnace or eventually
what I
a
was thinking,
natural
coal.
gas hookup. Yeah. Like a broiler. Because my dad worked in a factory that's that old, and his sole job during the winter was feeding sawdust into the broiler because it was an old furniture factory. So So cast off and sawdust would all get kicked down. That was his job. I remember working that with him. Bring me in. I was like 11 or 12. I'd take the day off of school and he'd bring me in. Just sit. Oh, it was great. Good memories. Probably the only positive memories I have of him, but still.
You'd be doing this all your life if you don't go finish school.
No, yeah, it's valid.
You'll be doing this all your life if you do finish school.
That's valid too.
No, that was Brian is wrong. It was definitely what Fred said. It was don't screw up like I did. Don't be a douche nozzle. And I was like, all right. He never used that word, but that's not the word he used. Don't be like that. And I was like, okay, what do you get paid? You got paid a pittance. 1992 or 93, and I think he made like $6 an hour, which is still decent for then, because I think even back then $5.15 was minimum wage, but he had been working there 20 years.
When I worked at Hardee's in 1991, I got paid $4.15 an hour was minimum wage in Illinois. And when I got up to $4.25, I thought, oh, this is awesome. And then minimum wage went up to $4.25, and I was like,
and they didn't retroactive it.
And they did, and they didn't give me a raise
to
equal it.
My dad had been working at this company for 26 years at this point, and in New York State, minimum wage went up to $7.25. My dad was still making like $6.98 or something, and they didn't even raise it to $7.25. I was like, how? Because he was under contract. I was like, how? That can't be legal, and it wasn't. Turns out, but they still got away with it for like 4 more years before he retired or something. But no, I got hired on at $7. It was $7 an hour is what it was. $7.25. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I got hired on at the new minimum wage, and I was making more money. I wasn't making more money on our base because he was getting overtime and shit. But yeah, I was like, my dad's working management in the maintenance department, and I'm making like 28 cents more than him an hour. It just didn't seem fair. And he was really upset about it, but he was like, whatever, I've been here forever, so I need the job. And then eventually he quit 2 years before his retirement, and he went to another place in Olean where he got to work on knives. I can't remember the name of the company. It's Cutco, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, his job was just to cut out blanks, and they gave him $10 an hour. And he was like, this is the best job ever. It's just old and fucked up. He's like, just doing this all day. He's like, I love this job. It was way easier than the other job. I didn't have to deal with anybody's political bullshit. I didn't have to. 'Cause 3 times he trained his own boss. I was like, why? I would have went way up high, and I would have been like so mad and went up a ladder. I'd be like, hey, this is some bullshit. We need to have a conversation about my career. I've got 30 years into this factory, and you guys are dicking me around.
That's probably the reason why, is because he had 30 years in, and they didn't
They felt like he
walk right over him.
Yeah. Oh, he's of a different breed. He comes from another time. Yeah, but also pay him fairly.
Yeah. And he goes, I got the keys. I got the keys for it.
How many days do we have? Just the one night of access?
We have 2 nights. One night to set up like some equipment and stuff like. Then the next night we can go in and actually supposedly see what's going on.
All right, so yeah, let's set up.
If we can do it all in one night, he'd prefer that. But if we need to come back and do it second night, he's okay with it.
I think if we go in blind, and then instead of having like EVP set up, or I don't know what we have access to. I presume we have basic
like ghost hunter stuff like
the EVP, the magnetic.
I can't remember what it is.
Chronos, I don't know.
And heat gun to see if the temperature drops and stuff like that. I'd say you probably have stuff like that.
I don't presume we have like $10,000 worth of video equipment or anything like that.
No, I think we've been doing it for like 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to get a word out there that, hey, we're doing it. We're doing things like this. The main thing is the guy wants us to kind of prove that there's nothing going on in this building.
The sun, whatever. Right. He wants us to say there's nothing going on so he can renovate it and do whatever with it.
Do whatever he wants. And if there's something there, see if we can figure out how to get rid of it. Okay. Whether it's finding out who or what's haunting and salting the bones or burning the bones or whatever. He
Yeah,
does.
I mean, that's one of the best wives' tales about ghosts. They're holding on to something, and if you can get rid of that something, they go away.
Yeah. Whether it's true or not, or if somebody got or find out, basically what's happened. The little bit of pre prep, I found out there was somebody was killed in an accident back in 1925. A roll of fabric fell on him.
They could be bolts could be pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they've got industrial tech,
Yeah.
now textiles, that's what I'm thinking. Textiles. I speak English. Really, I do.
And so, and I think about 4 years before that closed down, one of the secretaries disappeared.
What do you
Interesting.
mean disappeared?
She went home and nobody saw her again.
She got tooken. Chances are she
It
got,
was a big headlines for like 3 days.
sure.
So,
I mean, it was early 20th century, so like I'm sure people went missing all the time.
yeah, it's like
Okay.
they weren't sure if she went missing on the way home or if she went camping. I couldn't really find anything.
Probably got
Think
eaten
about
by a
it.
bear. Or
Old Ephraim.
yeah,
Old Ephraim.
would he have been alive then? Yeah, he would have been alive then. Didn't he die in like the 40s?
I don't
I don't
remember.
either.
I would have to look it up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up. That's like the only bear story I know from this area.
His skull. It was you.
And so,
Cool. So, what? How do we want to attack this, gentleman?
I mean, I'd like to go in and scout it out during the day
Yeah, that's fine.
just to see what we've got.
Well, we have access from now until 2 days from now if necessary. So
correct.
we can certainly go in, like do a 2 hour, 3 hour
Yeah, let's
run through and kind of
Look
get an idea
around, kind of scout out.
and decide how best. Because I'm sure we want to do it at night.
Yeah.
It was probably a way to get the best views, anyways.
Yeah.
Do you think your camera, what's her name again?
Jackie.
Jackie. You think Jackie will stick around for a night thing, or do we need to rig up something?
No, like it's fine. Like Jackie's solid.
Until
You
she's
keep-
not.
I keep waiting.
Fred, sit back. Damn you.
Lord over
Move that
Fred.
microphone. You got to keep the mic close to you.
Well, that's why I was like this.
I know. I'm looking and it's like,
All you see is my face.
yeah.
I'm scary. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay. It's
pretty
a scary
sure
one
that's
shot.
all we want to see is your face, Fred.
So,
But yeah, no worries about Jackie. Like I said,
We're going.
she's here until something happens.
okay.
So let's drive the north side of town then.
She has a very strong survivor.
We stop by
instinct.
Taco Bell on the way there. I want to get a Cordita Crunch.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm sure my sugars are low.
Jackie, our female Scooby Doo.
I'm surprised nobody took the animal perk and had a pet.
Well, you told us to play us.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have a dog.
We
I have a
don't
cat.
have
And she's a
dogs.
piece of shit. So
Oh, I'm the one that has the dogs. Okay.
yeah, and none of your dogs are animal ken type dog. One is a little. Actually, I only remember the one. Didn't he die though?
I have 3 dogs. I got 2 really small dogs, and then I now have a border collie mix.
Oh, nice.
Then we had my really nice dog. She passed away.
Yeah. In a couple years, when I own my own home, I'll have a dog, and I absolutely would. Like I take an animal perk for Zoe, Liz and Trevor's old dog. She was the best. It's a boxer pit bull mix with a brindle coat. She was the nicest thing on 2 legs until you pissed her off, and then she wasn't. 4
think
legs,
I-
not 2 legs.
I think. Then she got on 2 legs and
Starts walking around. Yeah, have you ever seen that? So I keep going off on tangent. There's a video of a like midnight black goat, like it looks like Satan's goat, and he's walking around on his hind legs, and it's an act like real holy shit video, and they're like, I'm not going to that farm.
well, when I had Happy, I like had her for like 2 weeks, and I went over to PetSmart, and I just was looking at trying to figure out if she liked toys and stuff like that. And next thing I know, she stood up on her hind legs, and I went, "Holy shit!" This is. I never had a dog just randomly stand up on her hind legs.
The one that confuses me are not the ones who stand on their hind legs. It's the ones who stand on their
Front
forelegs.
when they go pee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and poop.
I had a
And they're
chihuahua
just
that
like
would do.
spinning around.
Yeah, peeing everywhere in a line.
And it's like, but why? Like,
It's like they could just climb the wall, but they're like peeing up the wall, but they're just walking on their front hands. You're like, what? Is that bullshit? Is that?
I don't know if there's like so much pressure in the back that's just lifting him up, or what's going on. I'm like just down.
I didn't think about that. That's so valid. Like Rocket Man.
I've seen the pee one. I haven't seen the poop one.
Oh.
And it's always like little dogs. Okay. Never see it on big dogs, but then it gets weird because you hit dogs of a certain size where they're bigger than their owners, and it's like I'm not sure who owns who anymore.
The humans definitely pet.
It's kind of like my daughter who's 5'0" nothing, and if she owned a dog or something like that, that was a big sized dog, the dog would own her. Try to take her around
I'm sorry to tell you, Fred, that's your daughter's husband.
if she ever goes
Right.
out. Anyways, so
So we head over probably around just before noon.
just before
Grab some lunch. We'll make our way there. Spend some.
Taco hell.
I mean, we can. There's a lot of places we can stop. I just want a
I
Baja
know.
Blast and a Gordita Crunch. Leave me alone. I like what I like. Leave me alone.
And he goes, yeah, and I go, pretty much my deal with this is I get you guys the jobs, you guys go investigate it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So
He's like, I have the flaw scaredy cat.
yeah,
Jackie also has the flaw scaredy cat.
I have the flaw that hey, I'm just here for the
Flaw management.
Yeah, you're our lead manipulator and also probably our editor.
yeah. So I have all the like computer equipment to
Yeah.
edit and stuff like
And
that.
That's our face, our personality, and I guess I'm security, but not also cameraman and some other stuff. But I'm like that. I'd be like that survivalist guy that goes with Bear Grylls, like super special secret forces, and just a guy who just walks backward really fast with the camera. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm talking about.
Why when we get there, why don't you roll sense the natural?
How do we do that?
Yeah, remind me of that. I don't
Uh,
even remember.
It's do you have any pips in it, or is it just? Oh,
It's an edge.
it's an edge.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember how it works.
It's based on 2 other things, and I
I
don't.
think it's like page 80 something.
Yeah, I think it's either like wits or resolve and something else.
It's after that. Yeah. Yep.
Yep,
Edges
there
and
it is.
equipment. There you go.
It's at the back of them
Yeah.
because they are alphabetical order.
Sense the natural.
Yeah.
Wits and occult or science. So whichever one is higher, the science. Wits and
I
the
would
science.
use science.
Wits plus the science.
Okay.
All right. What's the difficulty?
3.
Nice. Ooh, I see a.
There's 2 10s in there.
And a 6.
and
Nice.
a 6 and a 7. So that's,
So that's
the only
4
fail.
successes and a critical.
When you get up to the building, you have a quite of unease sense.
Yeah,
Oh fuck!
it's like,
You're the only one that hears it.
no, it's literally I get up to this and it's like, yeah, there's something wrong here.
You could literally see it in the window. You're like, what the? No, I know.
It's like it's
there,
like the
right there.
It's like the hair on the back of your neck stands up, and you like get goosebumps all over.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
It's like, whoa.
Oh, you get your spider tingles?
You could say
I'm
that.
sure we'd have a name for it at this point. You're like, ooh.
Well, no, it's me going, wow, that's weird.
Yeah, so you're the only one that can do that. So
I
that's
know.
why we're like,
That's
we've
why
got
I'm
a name
saying
for it. Like, oh, you guys.
I'm usually like, oh, that's weird. And that's my
Yeah.
sense. I'm like, oh,
I'm-
that's weird.
And
Well,
I'm like, I noticed that. I knew. I'm like, I'm getting excited. Like, this is all right. Yeah, this is a thing. Good stuff. It's gonna be a good video.
Jackie, calm down. It's okay.
Yeah, Jackie's like, I'm out. I already know.
Nothing's happening yet, alright? No. The tingles are always right. No, we don't know that.
Just to let you know, to repel the unnatural is the same thing. No, it's resolved or science.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have wrote mine down.
I did that. I was smart and added things to my character sheet that I knew because I didn't have the rule book in front of me. So it's like, things that I want to check.
I'm happy I brought the rule book.
I like it. I think that it's a physical copy.
Yes. Anyways, what time is it? Not even one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even one.
Are we done yet?
Fred, you're running.
We're having so much fun.
Fred's
that
like, Casey confirmed.
Okay,
Done.
Let's go. Let's go.
that's the scenario. Good
That-
night, everyone.
How funny would it be if like that's literally the scenario? Just yeah, Casey's confirmed it.
This is like chill all over again. You mean we just burn it to the ground and we're done?
Yep.
Gone.
Somehow, just lowering the wagon wheel would have ended the scenario. Okay,
It wouldn't have. You needed
I know,
to
I know.
destroy it.
but still,
That's the thing. But
I was
lowering
fully.
the wagon wheel. Yes, that actually should have had an effect. I'm like,
You hear a ghostly moan from the attic. What? oh, that's a connection. But yeah.
Let's burn it now. Burn it all down.
But it was a lot.
Casey's
better
trying to say, "Oh,
finding
there's
out what
kerosene, but I don't know. There's liquid. I don't know if it'll burn." Trying to pull us away from it. In hindsight, I know. In hindsight, we're like, "Oh shit." That's so good.
No, please go. But then again, one of the things I was doing when prepping it was like, there's nothing in this that says the ghosts know how to defend this house if the characters are just like,
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, the characters walk up and say, yeah, let's just torch it.
But anyways,
There's nothing they can do.
I get up there and I pull out what appears to be like an old bronze key, and there's a lock around the doors.
Nice.
And I just stick it in, unlock it. Okay, guys, have fun.
Thanks, Fred. We'll call you.
Here's the key. Here's the lock. And make sure you lock up when you guys leave. When you come back.
Yeah.
Don't leave all the equipment around. I mean, if you want to
We
set up the equipment.
don't.
I mean,
We
we
don't
may,
really
we
have a lot.
might decide to set up like an EVP or something just to see if we get ambience
Okay.
vocalized while we're gone. But
And he goes, and I've noticed that he has what appears to be security cameras on the outside.
good.
But
No, nothing inside.
nothing. As he said, he wouldn't let
Are
anybody in.
those security cameras, do they pick up heat signatures or just
Just
basic?
video. Just
Probably
video,
light. Yeah,
just lighting.
like light sensors and some random shit like that.
He just tried to keep kids out from like spray
That's
painting
valid.
inside of it. He doesn't want the liability.
Also, that would explain why he kept up with the upkeep of the outside to make it so it doesn't look derelict, so kids won't screw with it and hobos won't try
Yeah.
to sleep in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we all know the teenage trope. Ooh, derelict. Let's go inside.
Yeah, and I guess he used to watch when they have people go inside like abandoned ships and stuff like that, and poke around and stuff like that.
Queen Anne's. That's one of my favorite tap episodes.
Stuff like that. So he's hoping that we can show that there's nothing going on here. I'm hoping we find something because you know what? We can get our views up to 300 or 400. It'd be fantastic, and we might make it easier for us to go, maybe go take a look at that abandoned hospital or something.
Right.
I'm sure we catch something there. Whether
We're
it
probably not
Hospitals
gonna catch anything.
maybe less. So
Depends on the nature of the hospital. Those old asylums.
yeah,
There's
that's
some
what I was.
Scary
thinking.
basements. You're like, I'm out. I'm done.
That's what I was thinking. If it were a mental institute, yeah.
Yeah. I so in New York, one of my ex-girlfriends lived in a house that was like a large estate, and it used to be an old asylum on a reservation like 110 years ago. Her entire basement was like the nurses scenes in Resident Evil. It's just padded, like 4 padded rooms. It was made for people who are inconstant or had mental difficulties, like back in those days, what we would recognize today as like Down syndrome and stuff. But it was,
schizophrenia.
yeah, like, people would pay a lot of money for them to be taken care of, but also out of the eyesight. And it just so happened to be this house. I didn't think anything bad ever happened. I think it was only at an asylum for like 10 years or something like that. But still, being down in the basement, which they were now using as a larder, I'm like, this is terrifying. Because 4 of the rooms of the 8 that were down there were still padded and shit. And granted, the doors had been removed, but you could tell they were like doors.
Solid.
Like, oh no.
No, I mean the one I lived in, it was my grandparents' house, and apparently before they owned it, it was the whorehouse.
Sure. It was still a whorehouse when they owned it. No.
No, it wasn't.
It's a
Trust me. My grandma made my grandpa sell the bar because she's like, I don't like this.
That's valid.
Yeah, they were LDS. My grandpa owned a bar for a while. But no, they had a they had a cellar.
So
And it flooded in the spring.
We lived in a house in New York that was long time ago attached to the Underground Railroad. Apparently, the city that I grew up in was one of like 3 or 4 channels that they could fork in. They'd come from Pennsylvania, and then they'd do the underground tunnels out of New York, and then they would cross the border into Canada. And it had been, packed in, kind of like in the chill with the ground, buried in, basically. And that's what it was. It was just an old like cellar that they would hide people in, and it had been encased in dirt and some other stuff. But we had what they call the historical monuments outside. It was like, there used to be XY here, and I was like, oh, it's so cool. Didn't know anything about it until like much later in life because I didn't care, but it was pretty interesting. So anyways, we don't really need camera for the daylight
Not
stuff because
really.
we're not
No,
going to
we're
catch
just-
anything. But I'm still going to record audio just in case.
Yeah, and definitely want to get a feel for the basement.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you
Well,
what.
the whole
Let's
place,
go
but-
up to the top and we'll walk around and then we'll do
Work all the
level
way
by
down.
level and end on the basement. And you tell me if your spider tingles tingle, okay?
Okay.
Because if we can get a hyper focused area and focus just on that, great. That's even better. And the fact that you have it now, you're like, oh, it's like you're getting the Shining feeling, like me. I'll trust that. By the way, I'm convinced that cold iron works on all supernatural.
okay,
Because I think supernatural's all fey shit.
okay.
I do in real life, so whatever. It's my brass knuckles are cold iron. They're not, they're brass, but what? I get to make shit up. Brian got to.
That's fine.
Not Brian, was it? Alistair, what the hell's your name? William?
Art.
Art.
Art? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Art and Felicia. I mean, Jackie.
Or Jackie.
Wilhelm and Felicia. I get their names wrong.
You go into like the first part of it, and it's like a lobby type deal, and it goes Happy Jacks or Happy.
We didn't do Happy Jacks.
Yeah, it was.
It's a fun house. Oh, shit.
No,
No, it's a
it,
hat
Fred's
factory.
blending the two.
It's okay.
Hold on, I
I
got the
was
other
thinking
character.
of there's another people that do do role playing and stuff in there called Happy Jacks, and that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Okay.
And he goes Jack's Apparel
Nice.
and stuff like that, and it looks like an old desk is there from like the 1950s, you know.
Cool.
Old wooden desk. And you go in, and there's like some doors into some offices and stuff like that.
Is there a elevator? I don't imagine it works. It might work if there's electricity still.
There doesn't seem to be. There might be electricity, but there's no elevators really.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like one, but you're not quite sure if it's trustworthy or not, and it's only two stories high.
That's
really.
Yeah. I mean, they'd have a freight elevator because
Moving textiles.
textiles
floor,
are
yeah.
heavy.
That's why I was curious. And it doesn't work. It's fine. Stairs aren't going to kill us. I was just curious.
Yeah, I mean,
We get in the elevator collapses, and we die. Oh, well, good scenario, Fred. Thanks a lot, asshole. He's like, I'm just trying to get home. Leave me alone.
I'm not the one that told you to try the elevators now, don't I?
I did that once in 5th edition. It's like, it just annoyed me, and I was like, fine. I read, can we find a dragon? Can we find a dragon? Yes. I didn't tell them how old it was, though.
I did that once.
Make new characters next week, guys.
I think every GM has done that once or twice, and the players start annoying him. You throw something
Well,
at him.
I have in my worlds. It's not like Final Fantasy VII or whatever, where you go to a place and it's level locked to you. No, if it says there's dragons here, it's old. Leave it the f alone, and you're level 5. You did something stupid, and that was the only way I could. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea, guys. A bad idea. We don't care. All right. Everybody prepare to roll characters next week. Oh, don't be like that. You made the decision, not me.
Yeah, I've had.
So yeah, let's go up the stairs, and I guess we'll look for a. I presume it has a standard commercial setup. Sun. What are the southern-facing windows, northern-facing windows? I'm sure it has windows everywhere, but there's
windows, but it's still awfully dark, and most of the windows have been like, or on the second level, it seems like. But a lot of the windows have been covered up by bricks and stuff like that. There's not a lot. If it's like my place where I work, there are no windows in the production area.
That's fair. Especially back then, like if they can't see the light, then they don't know if they've been here too long.
Yeah.
That's valid.
And there's like an old, what appears to be an old like time clock right there. That there's actually several.
There's just steam.
There's no steam, but it's like you time cards. You type and stuff like that. And there's actually still some time cards in the slot, but they're
that's
like
cool.
And they have like.
There's one time card still in the box. You're like.
There's like 3 or 4 of them.
No, I meant in the slot.
Oh yeah, there's none in the slot.
Like he did it and then he died.
Yeah.
It's the girl who disappeared. It's just ah.
You see one move.
I'm just making it. Oh,
you see one move. Cluck.
What's that? Joe versus the volcano. The song. Know the mood to the link in the chain or something like that. You know the song I'm thinking of.
It's been so long since I've seen that I don't remember.
Oh my goodness.
I think I saw that in the 90s.
Yeah, it's
That's the
like
only
Tom
time
Cruise's second movie ever.
Tom Hanks.
Not Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks. Jesus. It's another day older and I can't remember the name, the whole tone of the song, but it's
I'm
monotonous.
working at my job. I'm so happy.
That's not it, but
That's not it.
No, we're
Okay.
I gotta look it
That's
up now.
a different, a very different. I
What do
remember
you
that
got?
song though.
Another day older and da 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 da. I don't know.
Yeah. And so you like see several of the. It looks like a lot of the time cards are. There's like 4 of them. They're in the end section of the. It goes in and out. Yeah. So.
I'm gonna try and sense unnatural
Go ahead and do
because
it.
I'm like wave my hand over him. Just because I feel like I have to be able to do this. Let's see. 2 successes and a 1.
Okay. You
No,
don't really,
wait. 3 successes.
3
and a 1.
successes. You feel. The place is kind of drowning out your senses a little bit right now.
Oh, okay. So it's just kind of this place.
It's kind of more like you just seem to be really on edge. This place is just setting on
Okay.
edge. It's
16 tons.
Okay.
Do the time cards have names?
yes.
I just want to see who's still working.
Okay. There's Zedekiah's Mulligan.
What?
There's one that says like Abner. One says Lucinda. Ball is her last name. And one's John McGregor.
It's really
Alright.
awkward that Casey went to use the bathroom now. You don't even know if the plumbing works.
Yes.
So, even if the plumbing doesn't work, if you can pour enough water into the toilet, it will flush itself.
I mean, did you bring enough water? I didn't bring enough water for that.
Depends on
mean-
how much water he has in him.
That's
Not enough.
true.
You need gallons.
I
If
don't
you're
know his
if your
life.
if your bladder can hold gallons, whoo, good luck.
I don't know his life.
There's a Jack Link's commercial of Unleash Your Wild Side.
Oh,
As the
The
kid
Sasquatch.
in the bathroom, and he's just eating one, and
Oh.
suddenly it grows behind him, and it goes pee on it, but it's like a fire hose. And I'm like, that's the sort of pressure Tony is talking about.
Yeah.
This will flush it. We don't hear screaming from the bathroom, do we?
Casey's got a kidney stone. Ah, ah!
Well, that's what it is.
Well,
Casey's dying from a ghost attack, and we're like, we'll just give him some time.
you got to give the man some space. That's a horrible way to go. I told him to stop drinking Pepsi.
Hey, mine's made with real sugar.
Yeah, you'd be fine then. It's aspartame and some other stuff that gives you really bad gallstones, I think.
I don't know. Apparently, I'm 70 years old and look like I'm 20.
It's okay.
That's
It
what we said.
happens to all of us.
I'm
I was like, did you hear us talking shit about you before you came in? Is that what? That's literally a conversation we had before you showed up.
The cameras are always on, Tony.
Oh, no!
They're always
Why are they always on me? Oh, there's a comma there. Oh, okay. Ooh, what's the pink one? Is that the starfish one? No?
Lemonade, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Is that like Swedish fish?
The blue one? I think so. Or is that the blue
Yeah,
one?
this is Swedish fish.
I think I've tried it once and it's just way too much.
Way too sweet, yeah. But then again, Swedish fish are really, really, like, that's their...
I mean,
They
try-
taste of taste.
Yeah, I can have them, but just not all the time.
Yeah. So they have this, it's like Orange Dream. I think they're called Twists or Ropes or something like that, but it's basically Twizzlers, but not Twizzlers. And they have Orange Dream cream through the center. So they're
Okay.
a weird amalgamation of textures and flavors. My biggest issue is that the cream is so gritty. Yeah, well, I guess it's supposed to have like not sparkles, like Pop Rock style, but they're not Pop Rocks. They're just hard candy because they're like a dreamsicle, whatever. But they just taste. No, they're too sweet. the weird gummy pectin consistency with that creamy internal,
It's
and
kinda
then it's
li-
gritty. You're like,
it's-
"Nah."
It's kind of like this the nerds with the gummy.
The gooey center. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like
It just tastes so off.
I can barely do gummy. I mean,
Yeah.
not gummies, but the nerds.
because they're hard. Yeah.
But putting something soft and gooey inside
Well,
it's
there's-
just wrong.
There's the nerd rope.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's basically Twizzlers with nerds like glued to it.
Yeah, all I can think is that's gonna cause me to become a diabetic if I eat it.
Probably.
See, nerds with the gooey center. That's your cannibal senses tingling.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't eat people.
Hmm.
Right?
Well, we have. I was gonna say something, and now you totally made me laugh. Well, we're not playing vampire right now, so I guess that's the case. Vampire the Masquerade.
What'd you want Casey to do?
I was just remembering. I'm
Oh.
just imagining us as vampires going, yeah, I hate nerds with the gooey center. I want them like cold and lifeless.
Yeah.
The ones who've given up on life. Those are the best nerds.
The seniors over at USU.
When I played the vampire, I played one that you can get high and drunk through the blood of the person that you're imbibing, and that was one of his things. He was super into addictions, but vampires themselves can't be addicted. They just have to live vicariously through their meals, and so he targeted only those type of people. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, so did your spider tingle senses in the bathroom? Brian was worried that you couldn't flush toilet, and then we talked about you having kidney
No,
stones.
I think
We were like,
lunch
we
is
hear
just-
screaming from the bathroom. Is he okay?
No, I think lunch did not agree with me.
Oh, that's fine. Still got that stomach bug?
Probably.
Jackson Pollock, the bathroom. There's the haunting.
Yeah.
The ghost of your food.
Well, I'm
The
just
toilet moans. Why is that toilet crying? Mooney's like, I've seen too much. The girl from Harry Potter.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
like,
saw somebody doing some stuff about that, and it says, wouldn't that be kind of illegal to have some moaning girl in your bathrooms? She's seen everything.
Bro, she was in a bathtub with Cedric. She was in a bathtub with Harry. I was like, this girl. Peeves need to like take care of her.
Yeah.
It's like the other ghosts could interact with other ghosts. I don't know why they just let her do whatever. Although I think it's because the chamber, like that's where she was most of the time because that's where she died. And I don't think other students were allowed in there. So I think she was kind of left to her own devices. But then later on, like in 4 or whatever, she's literally in the room of requirement in a bathtub with Harry Potter, who is naked, doing the put the thing underwater so you can listen to it. And she doesn't she? She does look below, doesn't she? At one point, I swear she ducks
I
underneath.
think she came up from below.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
She was making every innuendo on the.
she was.
She was. It's like.
I can't remember if it was like that in the book or if it was like that in the movie.
I don't think. No, in the book she's in a wall and she
Yeah.
comes down because she's talking to him. And I think,
In the book, it was not as direct.
sure, I think the director probably just had some fun with it.
Probably.
Yeah, nobody really thought about it until like somebody was, I can't remember who the YouTuber was, and he just went through like all the safety violations of
sure.
the
Well,
Hogwarts.
Hagrid in and of himself is a safety.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Norbert would never hurt nobody. He's a Hungarian Ridgeback Hagrid. In 10 years, he's going to eat everybody. No, he won't because he took him off to be trained by Bill. Or Charlie. Charlie was the dragon trainer. Because
Somewhat.
Bill was the one that fell in love with Floor.
And then there was his pet spider,
Aragog, yeah.
Aragog, that decided he was going to eat Harry and
Well, no.
wouldn't eat.
No, Aragog wouldn't. He would let his children do it.
Yeah.
So he let
Yeah,
them run. but
he's like, I promised I wouldn't. My children have made no such bargain.
That's right.
And so,
Anyways, let's actually move through some rooms here.
okay.
So, I will just be like, hey guys, keep the volume down. Trying to get some EVP on my phone.
A lot of the offices have desks, and there appears to be some old dial-up phones, and the rotary phones
Nice.
and stuff like that. And you see what appears to be like one of the main desk area. There seems to be like one of those things that you push, like a intercom type deal.
No.
Cool.
Okay.
Every room I enter, I guess we could separate a little bit, do our own thing. Because I think you're basically just trying to formalize a spider feeling. So I'll walk into a room.
There's no way I'm gonna get it. There's too much here.
Oh, that's valid.
Come on.
So knowing spider senses, I will in each room while by myself. I'll be like, "Bye, hello, name's Anthony, and if there's any wayward or errant spirits in this room, if you'd like to be heard, speak now. I'll give you 2.5 minutes of recording time, and if you're in here, let me know. Give me a sign. Say something." And then I'll give them some time, and then I'll go to the next room. Basically, I'm just gonna go room by room that I can have access to.
Yeah, all the rooms seem to unlock. You went into one room and there's no breeze, but all of a sudden the door just slams.
Oh shit!
Which room was that?
It was one of the offices. It said secretary on the wall.
Interesting. Are
Because
there?
that one chick was a secretary.
Yeah, are there nameplates on any of the?
Not anymore. What it
Okay.
used to
They would
be.
have been removed. All right. Yeah, I'll say the same thing, and then I believe we got her name from our report, right? The one that
I
went
didn't give
missing?
you a name.
Oh, okay.
Just,
If you're the missing secretary, let us know. Basically just start. I mean you no harm. Please do me none. And I'll let them know once I back out in the hallway. Be like, I think I've experienced something.
Yeah, I kind of noticed. Because I
Yeah.
didn't think you were the one slamming that door.
Nope, I certainly did not. I don't like those loud sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, could just been, the wind.
True. I didn't notice. There's no windows though, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not exactly a breeze flowing
Yeah,
through
you,
here.
you guys didn't slam a bunch of doors or shut a bunch of doors to create like a wind pocket, did you?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
Jackie's over there going,
No. Jackie's like, why won't this exit door open?
Yeah, I know.
Jackie's probably like halfway down. You're like, oh, okay.
Jackie's just like, the
While-
emergency fire door works.
While
We can
I'm
leave.
still recording, I will isolate that
Good job, Jackie. Rule number 2.
like
know
2.5,
your
3
way out.
minute audio clip, and then I'll send that to my drive box.
Okay.
Be like, this is of potentially
I
particular
don't
note.
even think it was rule number 2. I don't remember which rule it was.
For what?
Know your way out.
Oh, I don't remember. In
Zombie Land.
yeah. Isn't rule number 2 double tap?
Yeah.
I think it's 4 is cardio or 5 cardio.
I thought 1 was
4
cardio.
You're right. 1 is cardio. I think 4 is the bathroom one. Always have toilet paper or
Beware of
something.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
They're written down somewhere.
Somewhere.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's all I'm saying is good job, Jackie. We know our way out.
She's on the ball.
Okay.
It's not a zombie we're after though.
We don't know. So we get to the basement. Shit.
Where's Jackie?
It's-
Gone.
It's the secretary. It's her body and her ghost. They've divided, and she's like, my body is so stupid. That's one of my favorite memes.
That reminds me of last Friday when we canceled. I was just like, afterwards, I was like, if I was in the zombie apocalypse, this would be me dying. Because it's just Casey in the chair going, just go home, Brian. Just go home. And I walk closer, and I'm like, what? Why? What's going on? everybody's too sick, and I keep getting closer. And I'm like, all that needed to happen was Tony leaps over, tears his throat out, and I'm like, oh, that's what he meant. And then I get eaten and turned into a zombie, and I'm like, and that's me. I'm just
Jeremiah
zero,
texted, better not have fucked with those cameras.
like zero survival instinct at all.
Same.
Well, I think I a long time ago when I think Facebook used to have like surveys, how long you would survive in a zombie
I
apocalypse.
remember those.
And I think I got 28 days or something like that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I took it once and it says you would die within the first hour.
Yeah. It's just a shame you lost the rights to that movie that became popular based on your survey result.
Yeah. 28 days later. Is that the one that's Sandra Bullock or this other one?
No, that one was the British one. I watched it and could never figure out why everyone liked it so much. I'm like,
Silly
it's
Murphy.
a zombie movie.
It's I liked it because it subverted some of the trope.
Yeah.
Like they were fast zombies and it was a waterborne
weren't
infection more
actually-
than
Yeah.
yeah.
And they weren't actually zombies. They were
Right.
infected people.
Yeah, and eventually I think 28 months later, like there's a
I think it's weeks.
Yeah,
well
28
there's
weeks
a
later.
third in production and then
Oh.
they released a comic book series after The Walking Dead became so big, where they started curing people, but they had to be a particular type of person with a particular type of blood type and genetics and whatever. Basically, if you didn't have like this perfect cacophony of genetic lottery, you couldn't be cured. You were just fever brained, I think they were. Basically, your brain boiled, and you were not World War Z where it was the fungus. It was like there was like rabies. I think effectively is what it was.
Mhm.
Like destroyed the mammalian brain, and it basically just allowed the cerebellum and part of the lizard brain to function, and you just food, water, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was it was an interesting take on an old trope that way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was a superior movie, but there was the dad who played in that. I can't remember his name, but I think he was in Stargate Universe. And then Cillian Murphy was also in it. The guy who eventually went on to play Tommy in Peaky Blinders. That was like one of his first roles. He was really good in it. He was good in it. I'm not saying the movie was good, but
Like, I think I watched the sequel 28 weeks
yeah.
later,
I
where
tried
they were
watching the
trying to.
sequel.
That one was less good, but they were in that.
where it
facility
was
that they-
like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, England's cured now. We can start trying to bring people back. And I'm just like, this movie made me so angry. Because I was like, at every point, someone could have done something.
And just
And
been fine.
everything would have been fine.
Yep.
And, like, the main father gets infected and bursts into a shelter. And it's filled with hundreds of people. And I'm like, guys, I know it's terrifying. But there's like 30 of you and one of him.
Yeah.
You just bash his head in and he stops and you're safe. But instead, you're like very reasonably panic and be like, if we get far away, he can't get to us. And I'm like, it's crowded, guys. There's only so far to go.
You're on an
The-
island.
The one that literally got me with that series was how they portrayed the one army door guard in the entire
Oh,
movie,
yeah.
and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
No, what? Well, there's one door guard. No. There is never one door guard. Especially with something like this. There are two door guards. They are armed, and they're telling that guy,
Yeah.
"Get your ass on the
There's
ground."
also two
before
door
we-"
guards you can't see, and they're swapping out every couple hours.
And there's the sergeant of the guard.
And
who
there's
is-
probably a fire guard who's annoyed, fucking in the toilet doing something else, waiting for his 12 hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
It's like-
redundancies. That's the whole point.
But this whole, well, I need you who are on guard to go here
Right.
and fix a light bulb, and it's like, let me explain
Hey,
the
we
three
have Terry
general
in maintenance.
orders.
That's his literal job. Why are you
Yeah.
asking me to do anything that doesn't
Yeah.
involve shooting a zombie? Yeah,
or
no.
keeping you out of this room.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like,
It's like Sergeant of the Guard, that room,
It was,
right there. Talk to him. My job is to keep you out of this room.
oh, what's that show
That
called?
is the only job I have.
There's a zombie show with a guy named Murphy. It's called Z Nation, I think it's called. And one of my favorite realistic exploitations in that is the Arctic North. There's a guy, DJ Qualls, but he plays a character who's like unassuming, and he's a satellite tech. He's basically responsible for radio waves and all sorts of stuff, and he's getting information out. And as soon as the zombies start to go north, because they're heading towards whatever they can, they start to freeze and become inert. And I was like, that's never really see that in zombie movies. They talk about it like, oh, it should do rigor. Yeah, but in real biology, rigor mortis would set in and zombies would be wasted. Anyways, like after 2 years, I think is the average. Like after 2 years, so many people would be dead, and there would be no way for them to ambulate to the point where they could spread it even worse. Under the assumption that it's spread through bite, scratch, claw, damage, death, whatever, and not some other tertiary thing. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
anyways, yeah. So I'm still collecting my EVP, isolating that, going
Okay.
room to room, and of course I told them exactly what's going on. I probably said it quiet enough that Jackie didn't overhear it, but she probably heard the slam anyways.
Yeah, she was halfway probably to the front door or out the sign that said exit. But when she hit the exit sign, it went and like it was chained shut, and so she started heading towards the main
Yeah.
exit.
See, that's important information.
Jackie,
is
make
why
a composure
Jackie's
check. What
important.
the hell?
Jackie, calm down.
Hey,
Really.
hey! If you keep freaking out, you're not gonna get your college credits.
Yes. I'm just here because he paid me to be here.
Yeah, yeah. Money, fame, college credits.
I'm
Whatever.
not here to get eaten by ghosts.
They
Ghosts
don't
don't
eat
eat
you.
people.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know that yet. They could.
Well, they haven't eaten my daughter yet, so.
There have been no wives' tales about ghosts eating people.
That's because you've been listening to the wives and not the husbands.
Somebody hasn't watched Slimer. Although he doesn't eat people, he just eats everything else.
He ate everything else, and it's
Goes
Yeah.
right through him, but yeah.
no, it didn't go right through him, as I remember.
It did.
Oh, I'm thinking of Casper,
Yeah.
where the uncles are eating and it goes, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Casper's sweeping it up.
Slimer does both, actually. There's sometimes when he eats the food and it goes right through, and sometimes it stays and floats with them.
That's cool.
I assume it's whichever is funnier.
at the time,
Mhm.
and the cartoon.
Yeah, he was in the new one with the ladies? Didn't they have? Him?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought he was in that one as well.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm trying
He
to
was
block that one out.
driving a car in that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
The Echo.
hmm
Yeah.
Him and his ghost pals. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably one of the things I enjoyed most in that version was how the ghosts look. They look pretty cool.
Yeah, I just thought it was really bad because they had to switch bad guys halfway through it.
They made the man the bad guy. I mean, it was fun. It was just bad. It was a bad movie.
And
I haven't seen it.
I liked.
I don't
I
recommend
liked.
it. I don't
Afterlife a
intend
lot
to.
better.
Yeah,
Well,
Afterlife was,
was
really
decent.
good. Yeah, with Egon's daughter or granddaughter,
Granddaughter.
and Paul Rudd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to me that one made a lot more sense, and I liked it.
Oh, I just love the idea. It's like Pitch Black. The whole idea of like these ghosts just in a well coming out.
Pitch
Yeah.
Black was quite the movie.
Yeah, I'd love all three of them.
Yeah. So you guys have pretty much gone through. That's only the main thing that happened. It seemed to be in that one room. The door slammed shut.
No proof, but definitely some confirmation on my end.
Some
then,
interesting going-ons here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I have like maybe 20 minutes of Audio, just audio, EVP.
You know what? I'd like to go into that room that slammed shit on him
Mhm.
and use the sense of natural. See if I
Okay.
pick
roll.
something up. Wow, that's one success.
You don't sense anything.
I scared it.
Might as well set some stuff up in there. So
Yeah.
we'll put a camera in there, kind of like a broad point of the room. I saw Phasmophobia, so I'm going to put a notebook in there they can write stuff in.
Funny thing is, I actually decided to look at that right before I came.
Nice.
And then I'll leave a picture of Tifa because I find no matter what age people died, they all appreciate Tifa. So, they may appreciate it.
I mean, I think people just appreciate Tifa.
Take it. This is Tifa.
That's
Yeah.
Tifa.
Okay.
Presented way better in the remake.
Yeah.
Like they go way deeper into the relationship with
Cloud.
Cloud. I always called him Squall. I was like, nope, that's a later game.
That's yeah. No, Cloud. Cloud Strife, Tifa Lockhart.
Yeah.
Eris Gainsborough.
Which Final Fantasy was that one?
7.
7.
So,
Yeah, there's a 2-disc remake that came out, and it's way like the graphics are
Yeah.
incredible. The gameplay's a little different.
The gameplay's a lot different.
Well, yes, but it's more fleshed out, and the
It is.
backstories are. Barrett is a much better backstory. Tifa has an incredible backstory. I'm so annoyed you fall absolutely head over heels in love with Aerith, and I'm like, this 2's gonna fucking kill me because I know what's coming. I'm like, can I? Hey, EA, can I? Is it EA who does it?
Square
Squaresoft,
Enix.
Square Enix. I'm like, Square Enix, can I just spend you 10? I'll give you $10. Just fix it. Make it better.
well, I'm like,
Said every Final Fantasy VII fan
Ever.
ever.
Oh, it's the $10 DLC and Aerith lives? Bam! Did we just make $1 billion? Yes,
Yes.
you did.
Because Eris is awesome. We like Eris.
Yeah, she's also the healer. How does she die? I mean, Seth Rock killed her, but that's spoilers.
If you don't know that,
I know.
I have never played Final Fantasy VII. I played
see,
10.
you ruined it for Fred.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
friend.
Fred was like, man, I can't wait to play this game. Oh, they just explained the twist away.
there's a lot more.
That's like in the
That's like halfway through the game. It's like, okay, there's a lot more to get through.
I heard more about the end because I had had it on an emulator on the PC and didn't know it. Ran into a bug that ruined my save, and I was like, I put so many hours in stealing monster
Just download somebody else's
abilities.
save.
I don't want to know. And I don't know what YouTube video I was watching, but they were talking about the end, and I was like, what? And I was like, where's Cloud? Cloud, I'm gonna slap you silly. The heck are you doing? I'm all sad. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, I've only played 10 and 10 and a half. Because I bought
10, 10. Oh, yeah, 10. You're right. 10.
and that's the only 2 that I played.
10, the one where they introduced the dress spheres.
I don't remember. It's like I was still happily married at that time. The first time.
Okay.
That's
I don't know if that has to do with the game, but all right.
This is how
It's been
Fred
20
measures
That's how I
Final
measure times.
Fantasy.
It's like, okay, was living at this time when this happened. So I know it happened around this time.
Valid.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah, I
like,
got-
oh, the shuttle exploded.
got-
Okay, I was living in Minnesota at that time, so I had to be between 85
My
and
brother-in-law bought us a
87.
PS4 a couple years ago for Christmas, and it came with Final Fantasy 15. I played that for about 20 minutes, and then they got in a Cadillac, and I was like, I'm out. Yeah, there's a car that you drive around
I
the world
know.
in, and all sorts. I was like, I'm good. It just didn't feel like Final Fantasy to me.
Yeah.
It is, but it didn't. I remember Final Fantasy 2 playing the Titan Summoner. Like, that was the best.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
see,
Anyways.
that's kind of one of the ones I've been, because I'm going to do the Final Fantasy, and I'm like debating, do I do all the Final Fantasies? Because you can get all of them
Yeah.
on Steam, or do I just do the North American releases, which were actually good ones? Because I played Final
Well-
Fantasy 2, and my god, is it a pain in the
Yeah.
ass.
Wasn't the first North American release like the fourth Final Fantasy
Mm-mm.
game or third?
First North American release was the first Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy came out in Japan.
No, I know.
And
But what I thought there was a divide, or maybe
Yeah.
it's 4 is what we call 6, or 6 is what we call 4,
so
or something like that.
4 is what we call 2.
That's right. Okay, that's right.
3 is
I knew
what
there
they
was.
call
I
6.
couldn't. I didn't know the nature of the divide. I just knew that there was a divide.
Yeah,
between,
yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. There is
Yeah.
a divide. And yes, I know what that divide is.
I don't. That's fine.
So,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1 came out both.
Yeah.
Because, again, it's
Valid.
like Square, because it was just Square
Yeah,
at that time. They hadn't purchased. They made Final Fantasy. And they're like, this is our make or break game. If it fails, we're done.
back from bankruptcy. Yeah.
And it was a hit.
Do you
in
remember
Japan.
Suikoden
Huh.
1 and 2? Those were my JRPGs growing up, because you had 181 characters that you could recruit throughout the world, 180 total, but there was one that you lose like halfway through the game, and if you do a super niche quest line and getting all 180, he'll resurrect, so you'll have full 181. But in 2024, they're releasing the HD remaster. That's what it's called. It's gonna be like $60 on Steam. For,
The only one I
Suikoden 1
remember
and 2.
playing a lot, it was Might and Magic 2.
yeah.
No, mine was actually Dragon Warrior and Final Fantasy were the 2.
Dragon Warrior just got released as a remaster. I think it's 7 or something, or 6. That's what it is.
Well, it's not even Dragon Warrior anymore. Because when Enix was bought by Square, because now they're together,
Right.
Square Enix. But before it was two different. It was Enix, which did Dragon Warrior,
Yeah.
and Square, which did Final Fantasy. Now they're Square Enix, and they don't call it Dragon Warrior anymore. It's now Dragon Quest.
Anyways, what are you guys going now?
Second floor.
If we've already done the first floor, do the second floor.
And if you needed any more useless information, we're full of it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You head up to the second floor, and it looks like there's like maybe a break room, and most of the area is like set up with heavy machinery for like heavy sewing
Yeah.
equipment and stuff like that. There's also be a place that they have like a setup with tools and stuff like that. And there's cobwebs everywhere,
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
and a giant spider. Just kidding.
I'm out.
Sense of
There I
supernatural.
go.
I ain't sensing crap. I'm pulling out the 1911 and shooting.
It seems like it's almost the size of like the pop can there.
Yeah. So shotgun.
Yeah.
You forget. This man is like, there's a spider. We're burning it down.
Valid. Hey, yeah, sorry, the factory was a total loss. What was it infested with ghosts? No.
There was a spider.
It was,
Big
it was
spider.
a big spider. We couldn't be sure if there were one more or 500 million, so we just
Turned the whole place down. That's
collateral damage. Sorry.
yeah.
We like
Hans, get the flame water.
it's like several thousand homes every year are burned down from people trying to get rid of spiders in their home.
My daughter saw a spider on the porch, and she started throwing paper at it to get rid of it. And I came home, and there's a bunch of paper on the porch. I'm like, what's going on? She goes, oh, there was a spider on the porch. We were throwing paper at it. I'm like, I guess I'm glad you didn't get out hairspray or something and try to light it on fire.
Like, I would have preferred that. Now you're giving them technology to fight back. She's gonna wake up and find all these bits of paper hanging from her ceiling, and I'm like, no, you don't give them weapons.
It's just a spider on a paper airplane.
It's like I was sitting and playing a game, and I heard this loudest scream I ever heard, and my daughter was like 10 at the time. She comes tearing out of the bathroom. I go, what's wrong? Spot, 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 spot. And I went, a spider? Yeah. And it was a little itty bitty spider, like the size of a pinhead, on a string.
Just
And
hanging out. Yep.
Just hanging right there.
Just Charlotte webbing it. Yeah.
And I looked at it. It was dead.
Yeah.
And I said, Jessica, you screamed so loud, you killed it.
Maybe.
And she went, I'm not going in that bathroom anymore. Okay, you got to use the one downstairs then. I'm not using that one either. I'm like, you're out of luck then.
Well,
not
then
the
I guess
spiders
you're
you
using
can
the
see.
yard like the dogs.
Jessica, it's not the spiders that you can see that kill you. It's the spiders you can't see. What?
Yeah,
It's a good thing your daughters don't watch our streams.
she was terrified of spiders. I had one of those minis that looked like a spider, and when a guy I knew threw it at her, and she just had a meltdown. Like, dude, you don't do that. And he's like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize she was that scared. She walked into her room, science room, and there was a picture of a spider on the wall, and she turned around and walked right back out and said, "I'm not going in." I got a phone call from school, and I'm like,
You know those old Scholastic books where you could open it up and it would be like the slices of biology?
Mhm.
I had one of those with the tarantula in it. It's like, that was one of my favorite things. I just leave it open. My sister would be like, what the?
well, I went to the second Hobbit movie, and
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't tell her that there were spiders
In the forest? Yeah.
Yeah, and we went to
Or
the
that they get wrapped up and almost
eaten,
yeah.
and I didn't, and we went to the 3D one.
Oh, no!
If I did that to my
I
wife,
mean,
I'd
I
be
can
like,
only imagine what she thought of you as a dad when you took her to see Return of the King.
Yeah.
And you didn't tell her who she was.
Yeah. And so when the spider came up, she like last half of her popcorn. It was great.
Sheila has like a. She doesn't have a face, but she's definitely personified more than the random spiders are in the Murkywood.
Mirkwood.
Yeah.
Anyways, second floor.
Second floor.
Recording more EVP. They're doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not going into the basement unless we go together. After the door, like, no.
Door slams, locks.
The broiler turns on. I've been in this movie. Let me out.
Jeremiah is sharing spider stories, and I tried to time him out, and it won't let me. I have to be the owner of the channel. I thought I was an admin. I thought I had these powers, and I was using them for good. Don't we hear about Astaroth, the flame disciple spider?
I just remember seeing, what was it? The druid spider shapes into a spider, sneaks into things, rolls a 1, they spot him.
Oh, that one.
The guy attacks the spider rolls a natural 20
Well,
for
I
attack.
attack.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
And then it shows the actual real life. The guy gets thrown across the room by a spider.
I forgot what commercial it was, but it has a spider like that. And I was like, this is what I think of for the grapple rules for Pathfinder First Edition, where you could build the bonuses so the size difference didn't matter. Like, so the girl's like, oh, screaming, oh, spider, and the guy's like, I got this. He tries to squish it with his finger. It grabs his finger with 2 of its legs, and he's like, uh-oh, and starts flinging them around the room.
Like, I was down in the basement and I saw the spider and I said, I'm not throwing my shoe at it because it'd probably throw it right back. If you play catch with a spider.
We had a cockroach like that in the barracks. Literally, one of my buddies was like, yeah, I threw my boot on it. Started walking away with my boot. It's like, Jesus.
There was not my wife, but somebody else who had been sent over to the Iraq area with sand and camel spiders and stuff, and they sent me back a picture of a camel spider who had killed a mouse and was sitting on a tent with the mouse in its mandibles. And granted, camel spider not super big, but they can grow to be fairly large, a couple inches in diameter. And the mouse not very big itself, but it's a freaking field mouse, so it's bigger than like the average white facility mouse. I don't know what they're called.
Feeder mouse.
You know what I'm talking about. The little
Feeder mouse.
yeah, feeder mouses. Thank you. Still like that. The mouse was probably the same mass, a little smaller inch-wise, but it was definitely heavier than the spider because spiders are pretty light.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting things kill mice and stuff like that. I'm like,
I saw a video of a coconut crab killing a dog. I don't know. To be fair, I don't know if the dog died, but the coconut crab definitely. I was like, oh. I didn't realize how big they get either.
Oh yeah.
Until someone sent me a picture of one on a palm tree. And I was like, it's half the palm tree.
I was watching something on the thing, and I saw a kangaroo trying to drown a dog, and the guy
Sure.
came out and punched the kangaroo.
No, he wasn't drowning it. He was choke holding it. Yeah.
Well, this one it was actually in like a river.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's what they'll do. They'll lure things into the water and then try and drown them.
Wow.
And so I'm like, I didn't know kangaroos ate meat.
They don't. They hate
They're
dogs.
territorial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hate dogs. They're like donkeys. Donkeys hate dogs.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I watched recently. There was one of a hyena going after a donkey, and I mean the hyena's not much smaller than the donkey, and the donkey wasn't exactly having a whole lot of it. And the hyena was trying to do what hyenas do, get around behind and rip its insides out through its backside. But the donkey finally got the upper hand and got the hyena by the ear and was just yanking on its ear, trying to kick it with its front hooves, and the hyena finally had enough
Yeah.
Yes.
and got away. And that's
Crazy.
one hyena that's probably never going after a donkey again.
Or at least not by itself.
Not alone. Yeah.
And certainly not that donkey.
So you get up there, and there's like spider
Yep.
cobwebs and stuff like that. It doesn't seem to be, and there's a little area for like maintenance area and stuff like that, and appears to be also a break room type deal
Cool.
with the old 50 style refrigerator that's open. There is no microwave though.
All right. Is there a storage area up here?
Yeah, there's storage areas for like textiles. And
Yeah,
stuff like
that's
that.
what I meant. I want to go try and use the sense the unnatural there, because that's where someone supposedly died.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still gonna go room to room and record my audio visual.
Okay.
Wow. All successes.
All successes.
7, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Very nice.
As in this place says, it doesn't seem to be any worse or any better in this room.
So it's like, okay. So
It's like
this,
an ambient wave in the whole of the factory.
yeah, that's what it seems like.
The factory's haunted like Monster House.
Again, there doesn't seem to be any real windows. All the windows, if there are any, are blacked over.
Look at my watch. Still
It's
like
you-
6 hours hasn't miraculously gone by.
No, it's only you guys have probably been in here for about an hour and a half,
Yeah.
2 hours. And so it's probably you probably got there around 3, so it's about 5 or 6, between 5 and 6.
Okay.
And the sun starts to go down.
Well, we got there a little bit earlier than that because we got lunch on the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, so probably about 1,
Yeah, so probably about 2 or 3 now.
about 2 or 3 in the
All right.
afternoon.
Yeah, because we don't want to stay any longer than 4 or 5 because we want to have a little bit of prep time and then come
Yeah.
back at dark.
And get dinner.
And there's like and the
Yeah,
light
never
in
ghost
here is-
hunt on an empty stomach.
That's right.
and the light in here is kind of dark too.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think that we would need a flashlight, so I didn't bring one, but I will certainly bring one tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not like it's as I said. There's maybe a little bit of ambient light, but it's still pretty dark in here.
Okay.
Well, we found out there's a basement. Was there a basement access that we see?
You guys didn't look around the property. You just went right in.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't. We
So
go.
we didn't see it like on the first floor.
Yeah, you didn't see it on the
So
first.
it's probably
When you went up to the first, there's probably stairs heading down to the basement and stairs heading up
Okay.
up top. It's the same general area.
Well, we knew the basement was the last place we were going to look anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yep, so I don't know how many rooms there are, but I'll do my about 2.5 minute average for each room, just kind of.
It's a big one of the things. There's a big production floor and just
So a couple big rooms and like a handful of smaller ones.
it's just like one or two smaller.
Okay.
They put like the last third of the building is probably like warehouse type deal.
Oh, okay.
The upper floor and the elevator.
All right.
And also down on the first floor there would be like a place that a truck could, so they can do shipping. And same place that's right below the.
Yeah,
Warehouse.
into the warehouse. Yeah. Okay. But other than that, nothing of note.
Nothing really. No, you see a whole bunch of like textile and sewing machines and stuff like that.
Okay. Could I do? I believe it would be awareness to use my instinct to see if there's like anything that stands out to me.
Sure.
What will that be? So awareness and what?
Awareness and what else is?
wits, resolve, and intelligence.
Let's do wits.
Okay.
I see two nice.
2, so 3 successes.
For some strange reason, the break room seems to be devoid of dust.
Oh.
Everything else is like covered in cobwebs
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. For some strange reason,
Okay.
the break room doesn't seem to have a lot of any. No, I shouldn't say any dust. It's not definitely.
Is it
It's a lot cleaner,
Less, yeah.
a lot cleaner than every place else.
I'll point this out to you, gentlemen.
Hmm.
Like, hey, it's I mean, it's not clean, but it definitely has a much less layer, right? Like, I'm not crazy in thinking that.
Yeah, can I do an investigation on that?
Sure, wits and investigation.
Look over at a table, it's written, "Get out" on the table in dust. You're like, shit.
I'm not gonna sneeze at that one. 4 successes?
4 successes. It does seem to be a lot cleaner for some reason.
Well, I'm looking more for like something that would cause it to be cleaner. Like maybe it's got better air circulation. Maybe, or are there like broom marks or something like that? That's what I'm investigating.
Well, you're looking like there was a closet in there, and you look in the closet and you see like some cleaning supplies, but it's mainly like an old broom and some
Like a
dust
push
rags,
broom.
push broom and stuff like that. But you don't see any. There's no way for it to actually clean itself. You don't. There is.
It's not Fantasia.
Yeah, it's not Fantasia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
though, like,
Okay.
And you see, there is a window in here for
okay.
outside. I'll say there's
Okay.
an outside window. But yeah, it's still, there's no reason why this room should be cleaner.
Is there a thicker layer of dust on the windowsill than there is on the actual room?
floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the windowsill seems to be thicker and several dead flies, but the room
Oh,
itself seems to
okay.
be.
So it's unique. It's not just there's a good wind flow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the window is
Interesting.
definitely, it's one of the old ones that you can push open and it slides open like this.
Yeah.
But it's definitely.
Hasn't been opened in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's interesting. That might be something we might explore unlocking it and opening it to see if
Yeah.
there's a funny disturbance later. So I'll mark that in my notes and be like, so we have the room with the door slam. We have the EVP that I'm going to check from there. We have this room specific, and I'll take an extra minute. Like in each room that gives me a clear identifier, I'll be like, okay, if there's any active spirits in here who'd like to contact me, now's your time. I'll even give you a little extra, chance to little more time. And then basement. Or do we want to do the basement cold tonight?
I really want to have a feel for the basement. I brought a
Valid.
flashlight just to check
That's why I
the basement.
asked.
Oh yeah.
Can we find an old flashlight maybe in one of the maintenance rooms? Something with D batteries.
Roll me a investigating wits.
Okay. Jesus.
Oh, it's small.
3 10s and 1 1.
I got 2 10s and 2 3s.
Wow.
You definitely find what appears to be a newer flashlight in the maintenance area.
Interesting. Can you tell us that nobody's been in here?
He said nobody's been allowed to be in here. Yes.
Alright.
And it actually, it's been, but the batteries in it are dead, and it was laying on the floor.
Oh.
I'm gonna roll some footage with Jackie in the break room. I'm gonna be like, "This is the break room for Happy Jack's custom
Textiles.
outfitters." I forgot the name of the place. We'll fix it in post,
Jack's
Jackie.
Textiles.
Jack's Texas.
And they say that, and
Jack's
this
Quilt
is the
Emporium.
break room where Matthew Macadamia Nut Jones, who was crushed to death by a roll of fabric, may have taken his last break. As you can see, it's kept in this pristine condition, possibly in his memory. We aren't sure, but we're
As
hoping
you're
to
saying
find
this,
out.
one of the break cupboards
Mhm.
open and slams.
Oh, crikey. That's not even my word, but it's a good word. Did you get that, Jackie? No. What do you mean
Come
you
back.
ran as soon as I opened? Jackie. Footage. We need the footage. Where's my million views, Jackie? This is why I don't have it.
You need to put more points in retaining. At 3, Jackie gets a backbone.
At 4, she becomes a marathon runner.
At 4, she becomes a spirit who can. No. I have a
5,
ghost
she
dog?
becomes a medium.
And that's probably why she's running. It's like she was filming you doing it. I was sitting here, this smack, and she was gone.
Matthew?
Matthew Macadamia Jones.
He made it up.
Yeah, I know. Well, you got listed names earlier. I didn't know if that was one of them.
Yeah, no. That's one of the people still working here, apparently.
That's fair. Mr. Macadamia, if you would like some more information, please talk to us now.
Hear this clink.
They called him Macadamia for the sound he made breaking other people's bones.
Jesus.
This place is a front for the mob. Just don't know it.
1, 2, 3, crunch.
So you guys heading down to the basement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't get Jackie to do the basement because it's too spooky already.
She's outside waiting for you in the car.
Yep.
Does she at least
That's
leave
off
you with the
color.
camera?
Yeah, I got the camera. Just smells good.
You head downstairs, and it looks like they changed the broiler over from like coal to natural gas. And there's a area that says coal.
So a coal bin.
Yeah,
There's probably a coal chute.
There's a small coal chute that they used to throw things in, and you see like a weather one of those double doors that come out from like
The saloon doors.
it's kind of like saloon doors, but that's in the back of where everything is. So, and as far as you know, it's probably padlocked on the other side. And there's a board in front of this one.
The broiler's not on though.
No.
Right. Are we getting a cool draft or anything? Like, does the basements typically are cold anyways? Like,
Yeah,
they're-
it's definitely colder here than it's up.
but not supernaturally colder
Not
from our
that-
perspective, anyways.
Yeah, not from your perspective.
Okay.
It's probably about 5 or 6 degrees down below here.
Valid.
And do a wits and investigation roll.
Okay. All right. 9, 9, 5, 2. So 2 successes.
I got 2.
One success.
Okay. Needed 3.
That's it.
That's okay. But definitely, yeah, there's a lot of cobwebs down here. And you can tell that it's every once in a while it might get flooded a little bit there's a little bit of water damage along the
Probably
floor.
a cracked foundation or something.
Let's see. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
it's a classic place. We'll just set up a camera down here in the corner.
okay.
I think we're good till tonight.
Yeah. Do you get any special spider sense from the coal area?
You know, I'll go check.
Because that's the one place that's barred from us at the moment, right?
The coal chute, I mean, it's not really barred. It's just
It's a coal bin.
It's coal bin. So.
Yeah. What was the thing with the lock?
It was the
that's
heading
the-
outside.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the doors outside.
oh,
The door.
okay.
It's like a double door
Yeah, yeah.
outside.
Okay.
Yes.
It's like stone doors.
I was slightly confused. All right.
That's okay.
Valid.
You can go ahead and roll if you want to.
Yeah, probably in the coal chute. Coal bin. 2 successes.
Again, you're not really sensing so much.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll set up the camera. I will take 5 minutes since I guess the basement is kind of all open. There's not really any individual rooms.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, hey, if there's any spirits here who want to communicate with us, now's the time. We'll be back here later tonight. We don't have any imposition upon you or anything of that nature. Just looking to communicate. Give them a couple minutes to EVP, and that'll be it.
Okay.
And then we'll go out and check on Jessica and... Not Jessica, that's not her name. Jackie. Sorry,
Jackie.
Jessica's your daughter.
Yeah. And she's mad because she has a common name all of a sudden.
In the gotcha game of life, I got common. Dad, I wanted an SSR Dean.
Okay, you can go ahead and give me just a wits check.
Okay. 9 and 8, 2 successes.
Wow.
10 and 3, so 1 success.
Well, when you were saying that, you noticed that it seemed to be almost like a breeze go through here.
Ooh. I will isolate that audio as well and put it in my drive. So I'll check those 2 first, and then each individual room after.
Okay, since it's 2 o'clock, we'll go ahead and take a 10-minute break.
Awesome.
Sure.
Okay.
Green.
Okay.
Welcome back. We're continuing the Hunter, the Reckoning. Not Reckoning.
Reckoning.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
the
is Reckoning. I don't know why I want to say Gathering.
I don't either.
Hunter the Gathering. No.
No.
Was it the Gathering? I
no.
just remember Vigil.
No, Magic the Gathering.
Magic.
That's what I thought. I was like,
I
I don't think Hunter was ever the Gathering. You're just thinking of Hunter and Gatherers.
Yeah, probably.
You're a bunch of berry pickers.
Welcome back.
You're not wrong.
The World of Darkness 5th edition. We go investigating this old hat factory.
New World of Darkness post God Chronicles.
Yeah.
Machine Chronicles.
Machine.
God Machine?
I don't know.
It was weird. Like there was after Mind's Eye took over and they replaced everything. They had like this everything. World of Darkness is Matrix. Like, God is a machine, and then Hunter was like, "No, that's stupid. Let's take away from that." So the 5th edition new variations are more grounded in our reality than.
I just remember first time I've ever only playing time I've besides this I played the World of Darkness was when I was in high school. It was the first edition,
Yeah.
and
Back when the Masquerade,
it's
when,
Vampire
like,
the Masquerade.
Tremere and Gangrel and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bruja.
and we only played it like 3 or 4 times, and then
Same.
never touched it again because I moved to Utah from
Yeah, well,
Illinois, and back in the '90s wasn't a lot of people that played a lot of games.
When I moved from New York to Utah, the first group of people I hooked up with were Vampire Masquerade. Or Vampire... Was it Masquerade?
It was Masquerade then.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
'Cause it was like you, Jason, Liz, Trevor.
And I just remembered I seemed to play the vampire, the clan that everybody seemed to hate. So
Nosferatu?
no, it was the one that did the magic,
Oh, the flesh warping? Or the
the actual magic.
Oh,
magic.
okay.
I can't
blood
remember.
magic? Hemocraft or something like that.
Something like
I
that.
remember, yeah.
It just seemed like every time I hear somebody about it, nobody liked that clan. And I'm like, I don't know why. It just seemed like anything else.
Well, he's just leaning.
I'm just leaving.
Mysterious force touches the camera.
And it moves.
My first was actually Werewolf the Apocalypse. And someone had the... bless you. had the book for the McColl, the were-alligators.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I want to be that. And wow, did I make a McColl that was
Did you
just stupid.
do a Rahu version of the McColl?
I
Just
don't
the
know.
big bad mother effers?
He was all McColl are big. Bad.
Well, yeah, but there's like Rahu are the biggest of the biggest. Like they're.
I
don't
don't
know
think
if they
there
have
was
their own
any-
thing, but I'm not familiar.
I don't remember anything special about it. I was just a McColl, and I mean, in my war form, I was
Yeah.
like, I had the Tyrannosaurus size.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
had Ankylosaurus
Yep.
armor.
Yeah, you had
I had Tyrannosaurus teeth, and I was venomous.
Yep. I did the when they came out with the Ursine, I did a polar bear, and my war form was fucking like 15 feet, 20 feet tall, something like that. I was like, oh my god! I thought Lucaru was scary, and Rahu are war form are scary, sure, for wolves. Polar bears aren't wolves. Neither are giant crocodiles. So like
Oh, and crocodile, they don't pull from crocodilian. They pull from
dinosaur,
dinosaurs.
yeah. Which is funny because crocodiles are older than dinosaurs, and sharks for that matter.
But the point is, I
Yeah.
still pulled from that era of creature. And like I said, I had the Tyrannosaurus, so not only was I big, because I was already big for being a McColl, I was twice as big.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like
yeah, the
Why
werewolves
does
are
your-
like, rah! Blah!
you turn into your war form. Why does your health pool go up by 8? Because my size doubles.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the werewolves were like, yeah, we're here, we're big, we're nasty.
Yeah, but they're pack
I'm
hunters. You're
looking
so
at
high,
his knee.
Yeah. That's not his knee.
My first time with World of Darkness was Hunter the Vigil, and I played like a genius young doctor, kind of like Doogie Howser, but I was also a vigilante, where I was like, no, I'm tired of crime. I'm just gonna cut it out like I would any other disease. And so that was one of the things I did. The other thing is I partnered up with a pizza delivery driver because we made up a company called Triomino's that sold superior pizza, and we burned down the last of the Domino's in the city because we were like, we have standards in this city. I was
Triomino's
weirdly
are-
particular about pizza.
That's fair.
And in that one, we learned that vampires were real. And towards the end of our campaign, we started running into these slow shuffling, almost lifelike,
Do you
almost
all the
like
vampires with
zombie
your-
thing.
garlic pizza?
No, but we did find cars are really good at hitting them with. They have much defense against cars. But towards the end of our campaign, we saw these shambling people, and he's like, "It's almost as if they're dead." And I'm like, "No, no." I'm like,
You're like, we draw
"Look,
the line at zombies.
I'm drawing the line here. Those are just people in costume. Moving on. I've accepted vampires, no zombies."
Again, you
let
guys
you-
go out to
Yeah,
eat.
that's me.
And
Yeah.
while we're eating, we'll go to a nice sit-down place to alleviate Jackie's fears.
To find nice.
Yeah, I have resources too. I assume that's enough for us to go to like, maybe not Olive Garden, but one step down. Go to like the pizza place and get spaghetti, or we'll go to get gyros, Romanos I think it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap, but they're good.
Well, you would be able to, except the inflation's really high, so 2 is like 1 now.
How dare you? Listen,
Fred.
it's a game. We have to escape fantasy. You can't just constantly knock us in our asses with taxes.
We're like the next Hunter 6th edition. Hunter the inflation. There are so many dots and they don't mean anything.
You needed 7 dots to mash and make 5.
You need a success for every dot you have. What?
That's just for dinner.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll put my bone anchored hearing aid or headphones on and start listening to the EVP. That way, with the Baja, and I can listen to everything, the conversation, and also the.
Go ahead and give me wits and an investigation.
Okay. Can I improvise gear a technological app to help me isolate like words in
That
the
would,
EVP?
yeah, that would be. I think it'd still be.
Yeah.
wits.
So I have to roll intelligence plus technology because I'm utilizing technology. If I get 4 successes, I get 2 dice on my skill roll.
That'll work.
Okay. So I
need
think
to
it's
stop that.
5. Yeah. So I
It's
need,
like,
I'm
we
not
hear
going to do
this
good at this. I need
mysterious
4
tapping.
successes on 5 dice. Not going to do this. It's worth a shot. though.
Like, get that away from me. I'm too inclined to play with it.
I got 2.
Yeah.
I thought it was 3 for a second, but that's a 1, not a 7.
Yep.
So I did not. Okay. So it's just a standard 4 roll instead of a 6 roll.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, I create the app, but it doesn't do what I want it to do. It just doesn't function.
It's not functioning. It might actually add. It could be.
All right. So 8 and 9. So that's 2 successes.
The one when the door slammed, do you think you hear the word "run"?
Oh shit. I take my bone anchor off. I put it on Casey's head. Like, hey, what does this sound like to you?
So what was that?
Oh,
No, it would just be awareness to hear.
yeah, awareness.
So whatever. I don't know what you add to it though. Wits?
Investigation, I guess.
No awareness.
Well,
Oh yeah.
awareness. Yeah, awareness could go with investigation, technically.
No, it has to be. It's a stat and a skill, not
Oh,
2 skills.
Okay, so awareness and
Wits.
That'll
okay.
work.
One, 2, 3 successes.
You hear.
Is the voice
Something
masculine or feminine?
What?
Does the voice
Is
sound
it
masculine
male or
feminine?
sound masculine or feminine?
Or is it too degraded?
It's kind of
electronical?
hard to tell what it was.
more a whisper that's
Yeah.
you just can't
You just can't really tell.
distinguish. And like, yeah, I heard run.
I also heard run.
Maybe that's what Jackie heard too.
Maybe because that's what she did.
She did.
Good job, Jack.
So we very clearly hear the slam on the audio and then run. Nice. So I'll isolate that for sure. Code in the captions for, background scratch, run, background scratch, like they do in tabs, and then I'll send that to the drive for proof. Oh, why did I think he was still talking to us?
No,
Oh,
we always think he's talking to us.
he is. He's our ghost in the machine. He's our Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, I didn't know he set this one up to actually do Twitch.
That's interesting. I can't see anything because of the monitors. And
Yeah, I know. But no, all I can see is Twitch now. Well, what we see on Twitch. Anyway. I can't read the chat, but...
I can.
Would you like to borrow my glasses?
I need something to actually
I also can't reach out.
magnify that.
Yeah. That's okay. Mine just... Anyway.
He's gonna TV over it and scroll in. He's gonna make it bigger, or not.
He gets rid of... Oh, we switched it.
Yeah, he moved it. It's 2 windows. He brought
Quit
up
screwing with stuff.
Chrome. No, that's good. As long as he
It's a
doesn't.
pain in the butt to get those cameras to work.
Oh, he's not.
Don't-
He's just not touching that. He just broke it.
He broke it.
I told you not to touch anything.
All right. So viewers, so you know, we got a good deal on this office because it's haunted.
Yeah.
Okay. We're dealing with our ghost who's messing with the equipment.
Why did he?
It just killed a camera.
I don't know.
Which camera did he kill?
This one, the,
The
one
one
with all the people.
The one behind me.
Yeah.
So it's just me.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Well, anyways.
I'll go through the rest of the EVP. Do I notice anything else of note?
Well,
Go ahead and give me another roll.
Wits and
What's an investigation?
Jason. Okay. All right. That's 2 again.
2 again. Hey, when the... He's kind of
Yeah.
like when the wind blew in downstairs.
In the basement, yeah.
And down in the basement, you hear,
Oh no. It was continuing the conversation.
Well, there's a good chance that Runaway probably is one of their ad campaigns.
Yeah.
Like, run away from these crazy deals.
I'm just thinking of Hook. Run home, Jack. Run home, Jack. No, 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 no. Home run, Jack. Home run, Jack.
I love the Pirates playing baseball. He's trying to steal the base.
no, no, no. Bad form, bad form. We're playing this according to Master Jack's rules. Very violent sport, baseball.
Man, Dustin Hoffman was great as Hook.
That was a good movie. That was
a
just
real
a
good movie.
really good movie.
really good 90s movie.
It was.
You know, Julia Roberts was horrible on set. Apparently, because she was Tinkerbell, she was isolated a lot, green screened, and she just got so agitated. Like, don't talk to me, leave me the F alone. I didn't get to interact with anybody. She was just so mad.
I mean, I heard similar about Ian McKellen
yeah.
with The Hobbit.
He
'cause
was
he's like,
filming, and at one point he put his hands like this, and he goes, "Is this what this is all about?" Yeah, they had to bring in a therapist for him
yeah, because he's
he was
like,
stage actor,
it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be interacting with people.
and he interacted with nobody. Yeah, same thing happened with Martin Freeman, and Smog, and eventually he was like, "I can't do this," so they brought Benedict in to mocap it. And I was like, "Why couldn't they just do that for Ian, man?"
That's interesting.
Did we get it fixed yet? No,
No.
we still broke it.
I've never found a way to get it to work.
without shutting it down.
without shutting
Yeah.
the computer down.
Maybe our ghost will just put an image of me and Casey's dead bodies.
That's funny.
I mean, we are playing. I'm just saying. We're not likely to get the camera back.
Oh well.
So we
So
we
we've
now
got
have
Run Away.
from none of us. We're pretty certain it was none of us saying it. So not proof in and of itself, but definitely proof for us by our standards. Like, hey,
There's
Yeah.
definitely something.
yeah, could be more than one something too.
Could
Yeah.
be Jackie's aura.
Also, like Jackie,
When you guys left, did you guys lock up or did you just guys?
No, we locked up because you
Yeah.
told us to lock up on our way out.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't say we did, but we would have.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
Plus we got our
we're hoping
cameras in
We've
there.
got our own equipment there. We're not
Yeah.
leaving that
unattended.
unattended.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have 2 cameras there now.
Yeah.
at least.
One in the basement and one in the.
In the office.
I want to call it the blue room.
Thought
the
we
one
also
with the
had
door.
one on the production floor.
I just
No.
remember the 2.
Yeah.
Valid.
Okay.
Okay, so we wait until nightfall and we return.
About between 8:30 and 9 it gets dark. So
So it's more like
Summer.
summer, well, early spring, early fall.
yeah,
Late spring, early fall. Sometime around then.
when it gets totally dark. I mean, around 8 o'clock.
Cool.
Between 8 and 9.
Okay. So, yeah,
I mean, it
spring
might-
or fall.
Yeah. It's whatever we want it to be.
Well, I'm pretty sure you said the exact time. 8:39. So.
8:39. Okay.
Yeah.
8:39. It is dark at 8:39. Sunset.
Hey Google. What time of the year does it get dark at 8:39? That didn't give me anything.
It doesn't.
Keep playing, guys.
Waiting on Fred, really.
Oh. And so you guys are heading back.
Yeah, we're heading back.
Okay, give me a drive check. Just kidding.
Okay. Drive and
We're
what?
getting chased by-
Dexterity?
I think we
Yeah,
get chased
drive-
by a ghost.
Drive dexterity.
Okay.
You fell and you get in a car accident. Get at least
3 successes.
3 successes. You almost got in a car accident. You avoided it.
Nice.
Some jerk in a limo pulled down in front of you. No, just kidding. You get there about 8:30, 8:39 for Brian. And you see, like outside, there's some like floodlights that come on automatically.
Okay.
Just something to keep.
Yeah, but there's no windows inside. That's the problem.
And the door is still locked.
Okay. So everyone has a flashlight?
Yep.
Everyone has a spare flashlight?
No.
Everyone have spare batteries?
I did get batteries for the flashlight that I found.
Correct.
What the
Okay.
hell?
There, it's like one of those. It was almost like those really big bag lights that you found. So it takes like 5 D-sized batteries. 'Cause
Good.
I mean,
I grabbed that. I
It's a-
grabbed the flashlight that doesn't have batteries. You just shake it, and it has the thing that goes through the magnet, and it does. It only lasts like 5 minutes, and then you have to shake it again.
and you grab like your EMF radio.
Because that's like
Yes.
it
yeah.
doesn't need batteries,
Wasn't
but
there,
it'll
isn't
give
there
you
a
enough
flashlight
light.
that just released that runs off of your body heat
I have
or body
no
electric,
idea.
something like that? I thought I saw it's like a bio light,
I've never heard
I've
of
never heard of that. I want to look it up now.
Yeah, I have to restart my phone. I guess. I don't know. I said, "Hey Google" too much, and my phone was like, "I don't want to work."
You said it so much, my phone my phone started doing it for you. It's funny.
Let's see.
And
So where do we want to focus our attention? If we're going to divide this over 2 nights, then we need to make a plan. If we're going to do it all in one night, that's also fine, but we just need to know.
I mean, again, let's start where we know things happen.
Yeah.
So where the guy died, let's start there.
Okay. So we have 2 cameras or 3? I think
2.
Okay, we have 2. We
We
definitely have
agreed
one in
that
the
it was 2.
basement, and then we have one upstairs.
No, we have one in the office where the door slammed.
Right, you are correct.
We don't have any cameras
Okay.
upstairs.
And
so
we don't have anything in the room that you want to go to, which is where the guy died from the
the
textile.
guy
roll.
died, and
Right, okay.
probably do the break room too, because there
Right.
was definitely something there.
Sounds
Did
good.
Did you get any audio from that
I don't know.
before Jackie GTFO'd?
I mean, I haven't looked at. We need time to edit.
That's why
the
we went to
video.
dinner. That's what I did.
That was dinner, dude.
well, he was busy eating and not checking.
And
The,
what was Jackie doing?
I have a lot to do with Jackie. Oh, we're on fire. Oh dear.
Casey and Brian are dead. He's using the.
We've
the
gone
log.
to hell.
Casey made the gesture about how he's going to recharge that flashlight, and now we're on fire.
yeah, it wasn't the best gesture. I don't know.
I put him in the boiler.
Jack, what happened to the sun? There is no sun anymore, Bones. We've died, and this is hell.
But yeah. I've done my best, but Jackie is a firm no. So she's just going to camp out in the car for the night.
Turn it around and get ready and
She
have the
can.
doors
She
open.
can be in charge of our
Hasty
Wi-Fi.
retreat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That she can man our Wi-Fi hotspot in the van.
Yeah, there we go.
It's funny because I play Pharasma with some of my friends, and his wife, once the haunt starts going, won't go in the house.
Sure.
And she stays out in the van and tells us, "Hey, your sanity's dropping." And they got sanity pills, and I'm like, "What would that be in real life? Percocets? I don't know."
They're called
Adderall?
Smarties.
Well,
Adderall.
Lutrin. Selection. No. Cialis. Is Cialis for wieners or is that for psychosis?
I don't know.
Could be for both.
Celesta. I know that there's one that starts with a C that's for mood
Yeah,
swings
I
and
don't even.
antidepressant stuff. but
Don't pay. I'm bad. I don't pay attention to them. I'm just like,
You just take them. You're like, whatever. Let's see what this does.
no, I don't take that. I have blood pressure medication, but that's it.
I take so many a day.
Casey is just watching medicine commercials and going, "Oh yeah, call my doctor."
Casey's just
You
taking them
don't
for the
need
side
it,
effects.
Casey, but I want it.
No,
I
he's like
saw
a-
the ad.
I want them for the side effects. Taking this may engage you with a prolonged erection for more than 4 hours. Call your doctor and get a high five.
Jeremiah says Cialis is for Ed.
For what?
Erectile
For
dysfunction.
Ed.
Oh, ED. Okay.
ED.
That's what I
Erectile
thought.
Dysfunction.
So maybe I'm thinking of the Lunesta gets you to sleep, and then I know that there's one for.
Oh wow, we are way off topic.
I remember a time when we didn't have medicine commercials. Medicine
That was
commercials
a
are
much
weird.
better time.
Yeah. I agree. The 90s were better.
And then the ghost goes, "Yeah, that sounds horrible." Medicine commercials.
Yeah, the cameras work fine, Jeremiah. It's whatever connection to the computer is screwy.
Don't know. Yeah, I'm just like the programmer. We got it to work. Don't touch anything.
And he
Leave it
touched
alone until you touched it. Okay.
And now it's on fire.
Don't touch it. I warned you. Don't touch it.
Brian, if you want, you can move over here.
I don't know. It's kind of cozy now.
Brian moves over, the other one goes out. Damn it! Just 2 fires and Fred.
Okay.
So we'll go upstairs to the textile death room.
Okay. Go ahead and here, and investigation and wits.
Investigation and wits.
Okay. He said it stopped working first, and then he touched it.
He's trying to defend
It was
himself.
actually, he was touching it because he changed things around, and it's not worth it.
All right. 1108. So 2 successes.
All right, 2 successes. Also, I find it
2
disrespectful that Jeremiah, who just recently died of COVID, that you should be berating his tech support skills from beyond the grave.
It's true.
Literally a ghost in the machine, man. Just...
This is not the afterlife he wanted. That's the one he got.
Fixing our crap.
he's
haunting
remoting in from the celestial kingdom.
Yep.
He keeps haunting us. I need more RAM.
Well, you hear like scurrying of small feet,
Mice and stuff.
mice and stuff like that.
We didn't have mice before.
Or when you think it's mice and stuff like that.
Sure. It's really just little children crawling on their hands and feet.
That's disturbing.
That's the point.
I know.
It's the mice
I
with
know.
the face of children.
Oh, that was really disturbing.
All the witches' past victims.
I mean, that's what I'm not gonna say anything because I might play that game on stream, so we won't say anything about that. Because
Okay.
that's something very similar to what happens in Icewind Dale too.
Oh, are you gonna do the enhanced editions for those?
I don't think there is they never did an enhance for Icewind Dale 2.
Pretty sure I own it.
They never did anything beyond Icewind Dale 2. They did the enhanced Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate, and those, but there was never an enhancement for Icewind Dale 2.
I might be thinking of Baldur's Gate then.
Yeah.
I just remember getting a whole bunch on Steam for like 60% off. Should I jerry rig like a heat lens over the camera to see, so we can record?
Yeah, or a fire. Yeah,
Yeah.
both work for me.
Definitely a fire.
Yeah. Putting a fire over the lens worked for our cameraman.
Oh yeah, 4. Oh wait, yeah, 66801. So I did get 4.
Okay, it seems
So yeah, you get +2 to whatever. I guess awareness for whatever the camera's recording.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
It just gets 2 extra dice for validity.
Nice.
Or, I guess it doesn't get extra dice. It can just do the thing you want it to do, which in our case would be record
Heat
like
signature.
thermal signatures.
Thermal
Yeah.
signature.
That makes sense. Both are viable.
I figured you guys have like one of those heat guns and the EMF readers and stuff like this. And your assistant's out of the car. Your sanity is at 89%. You're good.
All right, thank you.
Wow, it went up. How much sanity do you lose for each divorce? It's like it's not the divorce that loses sanity; it's the marriage.
Well, the first one I'd say I probably lost 20 points of sanity points, and the second one I gained about 40.
Nice.
Anyways,
Oh, sorry, I was getting lost in thought because I was thinking of the pills from Phasmophobia, and then I was like, oh, like a jagged little pill, and I'm like, what was that song about? Can I say that? What is a jagged little pill?
I thought that was just an album.
It's pretty good.
I didn't think there was that was a song. Just I recognized that as an album.
Yeah. Jackie, look it up. Jagged little.
I mean, it's Alanis Morissette.
also when you went in, though, you know, all the punch,
Yeah, the cards.
the cards. One was in the in slot.
Oh, someone's at work.
Well,
What's the name on the
What-
card?
Yeah.
I forgot what are the names that I gave you there, Brian.
let's see. Zedekias Mulligan, Atner, Lucinda Bell, and John McGregor.
Lucinda Bell is in.
Was she the? She was the secretary.
I don't think we ever figured that out.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, we didn't get names tied to anyone.
I mean, I pull up my phone, start googling. Who was the lady who went missing?
As a side amazingness, Jagged Little Pill is a Broadway production.
Hmm.
Cool.
Back in December of 2021.
When everybody was forced to stay home.
Towards the end of
Valid.
No, I somehow was the exact opposite. On mandatory overtime. The whole time.
It wasn't a mandatory overtime. I'm pretty much doing overtime every weekend now. Thanks, boss. The 12-hour shifts really cut back on overtime.
it.
Yep.
And I keep forgetting his name. Derek.
There are like 3 Darrens where I work. Because we've got one in production, one in maintenance, and one in the warehouse.
Yeah, we got a new guy that's in charge and decided everybody needed to go to 12-hour shifts to cut back on overtime.
4 on, 3 off.
We work 3.5, so we have three 12-hour shifts and a 6-hour shift, and we get 2 hours of overtime. But now seem to be working 8 hours of overtime every weekend. Because his wonderful
Quotas.
idea is working.
Mhm.
Anyways, first thing you can do is make me work more overtime.
Okay.
Anyways. You guys went upstairs. You see you took the camera off and took about 20 minutes to get that work done. He said, "Oh wow, it actually works,"
Nice.
and set it back up to that area.
I think it's just one that we're carrying around with us.
Is it the one I thought you were?
We never set one up here.
Oh, yeah,
no,
that's
it's
right.
just it's yeah, one of the cameras that we're carrying.
Okay.
Like a live feed back to the wherever Jackie is.
She's probably in the back of the van.
Yeah, just confirmation. She's like, yeah, I can see heat signatures.
It's like from blue
Yeah.
to red to blue type deal.
Brian's all red. Just a thermostat.
Yeah,
There's a giant happy cherry.
as long as it stays.
Well, we got that. I mean, we heard some scurrying. Might as well see if we can use it to find these rats. Or
Start talking to the. This is the gentleman who died in this room. Make your presence known.
Macadamia Jones.
Macadamia Nut Jones. He's like, don't forget the nut.
When you're doing that, when you start trying to like talk, you hear a thump. out in the production area.
Oh, I think a rat fell.
It sounds a little too big to be a rat.
Oh,
That's just your.
I'm from New York.
hopeful
Rats are pretty
paranoia.
big.
Plus, if you've been to Eastern Europe, you have known about the ROUSs.
I don't believe they're real.
I'm gonna try and sense the unnatural.
Okay.
One, two, three.
It seems a little bit more pronounced. You're definitely.
Can I get a direction?
What I understand with that, it's just a sense.
Yeah, you need a special perk to know exactly what and
Yeah,
where.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I can just feel it. It's just.
It's
It's definitely here.
Yeah, and we couldn't do things like awareness or investigation to look for telltale signs of things. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
So-
I'd like to do an awareness on that thump.
okay.
Can I do? Are you charisma based at all? We probably should have thought about who would talk to the ghost, because I'm at a 3.
I got 2 charisma.
Yeah, I have 2 charisma and 1 in persuasion. That's what I meant by 3.
Oh.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I got 1 in persuasion, so I'm also a 3.
Okay.
Doing investigation and wits or awareness.
I'm doing awareness. Is that paired with wits?
Yes.
I got 3 successes. I'm looking to find that thump.
I got 2 successes to find the thump.
Brian, when you walked out, you saw like one of the pieces off one of the machines is now laying on the ground.
That's disappointing. Oh, there he goes. Oh my. Don't look, ladies and gentlemen at home. Anyway.
Cover your eyes. That's a bitch of a time, isn't it?
Especially with my knees. I'm not old, but my knees are.
Yeah, that's my problem. My knees are old.
My feet are old.
My nephews are also old.
That's my knee. Just does what it wants to do.
I'm
Sounds
a
like
little
my kids.
disappointed.
All right. Anyways, what machine? Huh?
Yeah, it's just
Your
a
kids
machine
are old enough
broke.
that that's supposed to be a thing.
Yeah.
So nothing really spooky happened, which is
I like
sad.
that.
Yeah, but I want to check
Fred's
that a
older
little
than me, and I
better.
have grandchildren before him.
Well, my kids are my kids. They
I
don't.
know. Well, to be fair, your kids grew up in an LDS environment. Mine did not.
Half LDS environment. My ex-wife.
Well,
is
I mean
from-
Utah in general.
Yeah.
The social decorum in Utah is vastly different than the reservation in New York where I grew up, where my daughter
It's
lives.
vastly different from where I grew up.
Yeah.
too.
All right, what are you investigating? What's going on?
Yeah, I want to check
The thumping.
this part that fell off of a machine. I mean, that's not exactly like common.
No,
I want to actually look and see if it's rusted through or.
Yeah.
It looked like somebody. It was like on a table, and it almost like somebody pushed it and it fell. Like they're scraping, and it.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's not normal.
No, and we didn't feel tremor or anything. So, is there like a small footprint in dust where it used to be?
There's like it's like a footprint, and it looked like somebody pushed a whole bunch of dust over and fell.
Yeah. So like an actual hand. There are any fingerprints on the item?
What you look at it looked like when it hit the floor, it just scattered the
Okay.
dust.
Also valid. I was just curious. And
We didn't get that on camera though.
no, we didn't. But there's no like feet or handprints or anything on the machine that showed like it would be a
Give
physical.
me investigation and wits.
Okay. 1 success.
2. successes.
You don't,
2.
you don't notice any.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have this thing that fell off. It was obviously pushed, but there's no signs of a person that could have pushed it.
No, I can just hear the YouTube comments. Totally fake. Fake, fake, fake.
There's a wire attached to it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Need some real stuff. Come on, Macadamia Jones.
Yeah, could you do a charisma and persuasion to kind of convince it to show itself?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Man, not very good roll, but anybody who's listening, if you'd like to manifest now would be a fantastic time while we're on camera.
Mm-hmm.
1 success.
You hear a faint giggle sound.
What?
It's not a 0 or a minus. All right, let's check the break room.
You guys heard that? Like,
Yeah, I
no,
heard
it's just
that.
in my Baja. Shit, I'm out. Jeremiah is talking to me through my Baja. Oh, stop it, Ghost of the Machine.
I know how to remote in. I'm in.
I know Kung Fu.
Show me. That was one of the best parts of that movie too.
Oh, yeah.
I know Kung Fu. Show me.
And you go to the break room.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, that one we did have a camera in, right?
No.
No. Oh, what was the
The
two you
camera
had?
was downstairs in the
I was
office where
doing
the
a
door slammed.
bit.
Oh,
for
that's
the,
right. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was doing a bit for the break room, but Jackie ran away.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
And when you left, the window was closed. It is now open.
Someone's
Oh, that's
probably
right. That's the
inside.
one with the preternaturally
window.
clean room.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find like any handprints on the window.
Yeah,
Because
does
the
it lead
window
out
wasn't
to a
particularly
fire
clean.
escape or anything like that?
No, it's a window that you would push open, kind of like just like the top of it. Would
Yeah,
open.
yeah. Do a 45-degree out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
create a ventilation. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like I said, there's enough dust that.
Well,
so
we know
there
there's
has to
dust and flies and stuff on the windowsill. Yeah.
Yeah, go
For
ahead
sure.
and do an investigation. Wits and investigation.
Be. 1.
Oh man, those 2 5s
Two
really
fives.
just staring at you like
I got
jerks.
2.
Well, Brian's character happens to find what appears to be almost like a fingerprint, but there's only like 3, like
Oh.
something we pushed it, but it was only had 3 fingers instead of 5.
My guess is it's a homeless person who rappelled down from the roof.
Yeah.
You come up with some of the weirdest stuff.
I was thinking they just lost 2 of their fingers in an accident.
No.
But it might also be a homeless person who repelled from the
Well,
roof
it's
and
also
lost 2
like
fingers in an accident.
there's people.
No,
that
I
do
know.
that.
Like, reach out like this and
And the hand is about the size of like a small child.
ghost children, the worst.
Yeah, they don't behave on camera. It's annoying. They're always wiggling.
Yeah.
Again, you hear giggles.
Any children in here would like to? I know that it was common enough. Would we get any verification when we were looking through the information earlier that they did employ children?
If you can't really see anything in the archives that they
Okay. There's no like 10 children died in a factory this year.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, all the people, as far as I know, everyone we know has been adults. Either the people that have died or disappeared
yeah.
or have worked here.
So maybe she was a small woman.
Possibility.
Or it's just acting like a child because it's funny.
Well, also possible.
Do ghosts regress? I don't think they do.
Well, I don't know. Who do you think they eat people?
Can I roll an occult? Would it be an intelligence occult to see if ghosts regress?
Sure.
If that's something in common lore. 2 successes.
If they're really old, they sometimes, when they get really old, they start becoming insane.
Oh, ooh, that's interesting. So maybe not so much a child, but somebody who's regressed due to insanity, like dementia. Oh, that's good. I didn't even think of that. Shit, that's smart.
They've just been here so long, and they start forgetting things, and
I love that. That's good. Anybody who'd like to manifest now would be a great time. Get you on camera. Introduce you to the world.
Should have gotten you an energy drink or something. This is supposed to be an all-night operation. You're already yawning. We ain't gonna last the night at this rate. We're gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
you hear like a hum from the refrigerator.
A hum?
Like it's actually
Like
working.
it's running. You know that hum that old refrigerators have?
Yeah.
No, I just was making sure it wasn't a tune.
Could be that as well. We don't know. Investigate it, Brian.
Alright.
Or Art. Whatever the fucking name is.
Look, this is why we aren't taken seriously, okay?
Can't get my name right. We've been friends for years.
After dinner, you don't even know my name anymore. I'm just whoever you are, go investigate, do stuff. Alright.
Stop picking on me.
Tell me your secrets, refrigerator.
Oh, mighty refrigerator.
I open
You get hit. No, the little light turns on.
Cool.
it. You weren't working before.
It was not.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's a horrible smell come from it. Or is it has been cleaned out ages ago.
It was cleaned out ages ago.
Valid. The secretary cleaned it up first disappeared.
There's like a Monster energy drink, and I'm like, Tony, take the haunted drink.
You see like an old-fashioned coffee pot off to the side, and all of a sudden you hear like water running. But there's no water running in it. It just sounds like it.
Is that one of those percolator coffee pots? The ones that you plug in and pour the water in and it just boils itself? Those are cool.
But it's not plugged in, but you
Right,
still hear water running.
What?
Is there even a
This is
sink in
great.
here?
Yeah, there's a sink.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
recording all of this
Yeah.
on my phone. Like, look, it's not plugged in.
It's not plugged in. It's not. There's no water in it, but it sounds like there's water.
I gotta tell you, folks, it's genuine. We don't have a special effects budget.
We only have 200 followers. And our retainer doesn't even hang out. She runs away at the drop of a hat.
Love you, Jackie. Stay alive. All right.
Said, oh yeah, can't climb out the window because it wasn't enough of a gap, but it definitely opened the window. Okay.
So what we know is that it's hot, it's thirsty, and it likes coffee.
And it's insane.
Probably.
Likely.
Probably because it can't have coffee. 80 years of death would make me insane too if I couldn't drink the liquid coffee deliciousness of awesomeness.
Either that, or they never learned how to drink black coffee, and so they're like creamer.
Like 1918, this is not really pre-existent sugar. They only knew how to drink it black.
I'm pretty sure that's sugar, but they didn't have creamer.
Creamer.
Well, they had milk
They
and
had
stuff, but yeah.
cream, but
Yeah.
it was like cream.
It was whipped, like dollop and, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the history of coffee.
Well, it's more of the history of tea.
Oh,
Tea
yeah.
came first, and then a lot of the stuff that was added to tea eventually became common to add to coffee.
Yeah.
So milk, sugar, things of that nature.
Caramel. Unicorn juice. That's why we don't have unicorns.
Jack, you got any more of that unicorn juice?
Jackie
Let me
doesn't
go
answer.
check. No.
Why am I getting static on Jackie's channel?
You have it set the wrong channel. She keeps changing it every hour.
She's like my daughter changes the name of her channel every 6 weeks. Like, I'm not. I got a weird notification. I assume it's from you. I hope it's from you. You called me your dad, but the name is different. It's like Jay Tiger the artist. Now it's Bubble Claw. Then it was something else. And I'm like, what's going on?
Stop doing this.
I don't know who you
This
are.
is why you don't get more followers.
She has more followers than we do.
It's a joke.
I know, but still.
Yeah. Who wants to watch a bunch of old fat guys play games?
Yeah, she just runs around outside and plays with leaves and shit and draws and does weird.
I mean, once
We
we
can
get
do that as
enough
well.
money for the hot tub stream, everyone's gonna be in on it.
I think we get paid not to do it.
People will be like,
Listen,
I'll
we
give
will
you
we will
$10.
start in our underwear in the hot tub, and for every $10 donation, we will add a new piece of clothing
One
while
of us.
in the hot tub.
One of us will add a new piece
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
clothing. One of us.
Yeah.
Not a new piece. Yeah.
All right, maybe
one
$5
article.
each for each piece, and eventually it's just like we get a couple grand, and we're just all sitting in like 7 shirts and 14 socks. Like, it's probably a bad idea. I don't think I can get out.
We'll get nominated for a Darwin Award.
Yeah.
Brian's floating face down.
I'm fine. We're just floating on shirts. There's a little air pocket between each of them, but I can't go down.
I can't roll over.
I can just
My
think
feet
of,
don't touch.
what was the Christmas Story?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the little kid in Christmas,
With
the
the-
little brother in Christmas Story.
In the
All the
Snowsuit.
snowsuit, that's what it is. Yeah.
Snowsuit. And he's like, I
I
gotta go.
can't put my arms down. You'll put your arms down when you go to school. Get to school.
Good times.
Mhm.
All right.
That's what you have to look forward to in the future, folks. Alright.
Somebody's getting mad when we won't do it.
What's next, guys? What are we doing?
Alright. Well, we can go check out other places.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of activity here, but
Yeah, there's all kinds of activity.
we should check out that
Yeah, we need to get
office.
it on camera.
We should get the office.
See if it's doing anything. Maybe it's on fire. I don't know.
I hope it's not on fire. We're inside this building.
Where's your sense of adventure?
I don't have one concerning being in a burning building.
Yeah, I'm playing me. I'd like to not die.
Guys are weird.
I'm weird because I don't want to be inside something that's on fire.
Yeah.
Give
Nope.
me
That's
wits
not
and
weird.
awareness
For all of us.
for all of you.
Are we? So we're down on the first floor
You
again.
you guys are talking on your way down.
Yeah.
Alright. I got
2.
three.
998.
Triple nines.
You hear what appears to be scurrying of feet, like a toddler scurrying.
Yeah.
Scurrying.
Scurrying.
Okay. I heard the scaring of feet, and I'm like, boo.
The big toe screams.
Is that you, Fred?
What?
No, inside.
Fred's just in with a pizza box. It's like, huh? I thought you guys were done.
I'm in the break room. What? Where did everybody go? I turned on the
we,
refrigerator for you.
Try to isolate the direction that they're coming from and maybe make our way there.
It seems to be coming from downstairs.
Yeah. Okay.
The
we're
basement,
headed that
or
way.
oh, we were on our way downstairs
your
to
way
the first
down.
floor. Okay.
Oh, good.
It's like you're coming around and all of a sudden you hear like you're running away from you. And a slight little giggle.
Oh, no. Does this, did we uncover that this used to be something other than the factory?
Mm-mm.
I don't think we even looked into that, did we?
Well, Fred, so I
Well,
know,
it
for
started with
posterity's
hats.
sake, what does this giggle sound like?
Giggle first, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's it's kind of a little bit of a higher pitch giggle, but it sounds. It
You see?
doesn't sound like an old evil laugh or anything. It just sounds like it almost sounds like a child's giggle in a
Cool.
way, but not quite.
See, that's the weird thing. We don't know of any children that were hurt here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we definitely didn't look in the broiler yet.
That's true.
I keep hearing.
This is where the homeless guy
broiler.
is throwing all the dead bodies.
Ooh.
That is possible.
I think I just wrote my next one shot.
All right, Rorschach.
The Burbs.
Oh yeah, the Burbs.
Such a good show. Movie.
I don't think I've ever watched it all the way through.
I've seen it all the way through a couple times, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah. 90s.
I remember watching parts of it, and that's about it. I let you kick the femur.
Well, I scurry after the scurrying.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll head downstairs and
Yeah.
try to focus our attention. So,
I mean, I'm gonna be shining the light on the stairway.
yeah.
See if I can notice any tracks that aren't ours.
Give me an investigation and wits,
Now, I'll be
or intelligence and investigation.
looking through the heat camera and see if I can't notice shapes and things like that sticking out.
One, two, three successes.
The on the floor in the desk, you see what appears to be. It's kind of a footprint, but you're not quite sure because it's like they have 3 toes. Like something.
Like
and
birds? Like an
and-
ostrich?
Whoa! What the?
and-
Those are glasses. It's okay.
and they're only about
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a
They're only about.
yes.
they're only about like if it is, it's like a small child's footprint type deal. But it only has like almost kind of like an ostrich type deal.
Yeah.
So more like a bird claw then.
Well, and it matches the one we saw on the windowsill. Which would make sense because if it was doing its own thing and it could open the door, it could squeeze out if it was that small.
Hmm.
So, larger than a, like, when I think of 3-pronged toes, like a raven or something of that nature, like a child's foot would be,
It's
Bigger?
like a toddler size.
yeah. So, okay.
So
Either around the same size as like a three-toed bird of that size or slightly larger.
Correct.
so yeah, something like
Because an ostrich would be
cassowary.
like my feet size bigger.
Yeah, cassowary. Or
Yeah,
a
yeah.
shoebill.
But we're not in. Yeah, but we're. Well, no. Spoonbill have webbed toes.
I said shoebill.
Yeah, shoebills are the evil-looking bluebirds. They have
evil-looking.
webbed toes. They don't. Do they? I thought they did. I'm not gonna
I'd
look
have
it
to
up. Who
look.
cares? They look vicious. But yes.
They do.
Anyways,
Vicious.
size relative, smaller than an ostrich, larger than a crow.
Mm-hmm.
That's my estimation. I'm not a biologist, so
You can give me a science intelligence check.
yes. Would biology apply?
Sure.
Wow. We both have that.
So I'm at 6.
I'm at 7. What does the specialty give you?
Another die.
7, 8.
It's on that 3.
Okay, that's a 7. 2, 3. Really? All those dice and I only got 3.
Well, I rolled 2 less than you, and I rolled 3, so 3 seems to be a good average.
So 3.
3. Yeah, you're not. It's like it's definitely weird.
Oh, an emu's about that size.
Oh, that's a good point. Emus are a bit smaller than ostriches, and they
Quite a bit.
They are like.
Brian, do you have an occult?
A little occult, yeah.
Yeah, go
I have
ahead
a
and give
rank
me
in occult.
intelligence and occult.
Nope.
Okay. You have not heard of any monsters that have 3 toes.
Can we
I have
roll
a
intelligence occult?
Yeah, go ahead and you can roll that.
1.
3.
3.
Nice.
Through your reading and stuff like that, you've heard of gremlins.
Oh my god.
Damn it, you're right.
Yep. Yep.
Damn it, you're right. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Yep. God damn it. Because, yeah, I've seen that movie. Yep. That's exactly what they look like and sound like.
And you know, during like World War II and stuff like that, people were blaming them on like breaking machines and stuff like that.
Yeah, Wintershins,
Oh my
Goblins,
gosh.
Gremlins, all those, yeah.
The Bugs Bunny cartoon. These
Do
bombs,
we-
I don't even remember what kind of bomb it was. They only go off if you hit them just right. Bug Bunny. Let me give a whack. What am I doing?
Do we recall? So you got 3. Do you recall any way of, not just
I
the movie,
mean-
but in general, of like drawing them out or dealing with
Drawing
them?
them out?
Like, do we have to go find a Furby?
Don't feed them after midnight.
Well, I don't mean a
Okay.
real one. I mean like the little robots that we just.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Furby. What would that be?
That it would still be an occult, an intelligence.
Okay. So this is for specific information about how to interact with them.
Yeah. 1.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Don't feed them after midnight.
Yeah, don't feed them food.
Don't get them wet.
Oh, that's what it. Wait. Was it? Yeah. Is it? Don't feed the Mogwai. Don't get the Gremlins wet.
Don't get any of them wet.
Right. Okay.
'Cause there was one other rule.
Don't feed them after midnight. Don't get them wet, and I don't remember the last one.
remember
It's
either.
been so long.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't remember because it wasn't. Is it? Yeah, it's the Gremlins, right? Because they.
And they don't
They
like
threw one in-
sunlight.
Yeah,
That's
sunlight,
right,
That was
sunlight.
the last.
Don't-
Sunlight hurts them,
Kills them.
kills them. Yeah, yeah. Well, we were all kids when we watched this for the first time.
Oh yeah,
It's like
that movie
they didn't
terrified
kill
me.
him, did they? Oh my god, there was like green guts and gore everywhere.
No, that movie terrified me for some
Yeah.
reason as a kid.
That one and
Poltergeist
Critters?
scared the hell out of me.
the thing with
They're
those,
here.
where they would
Yeah,
bind
that's
up
Critters.
and be a giant ball and
Yeah.
run over and there'd be skeletons remaining. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
critter.
one messed me up.
To me, it was mainly Poltergeist. Anything that was really supernatural. Nightmare on Elm Street. Don't
I
go
mean,
to sleep.
Aliens. Wow, that one just made me nope.
I'm not going to space. Nope, no, no how.
And it was Aliens, not Alien. I never saw Alien. I've still never seen Alien.
I've seen it.
It's good. It's. I put Alien on the same page as The Thing, the Kurt Russell movie. 'Cause, like John Hurt, had a very similar Kurt Russell type character, and it's just ugh. Your brain went, what? And as in all things, the sequels were like vastly different in tone. You know, in the Alien movie, it was more about like the face huggers and the gestation period and the, I won't call them jump scares, but kind of like situational. Whereas Aliens was like Ridley dealing with the people mostly who are dicks, but then the aliens doing their own thing. Like, oh yeah, it's not gonna end well for you.
Yeah, it's funny because I saw Poltergeist a couple times this month at work because I get to decide what's on TV late at night, and I'm watching part of it while I'm cleaning up the store, and I'm just like, this is so weird. Like, I feel like nobody talks about this in this movie, but like everyone who comes to this family's house is like, I have just free reign to all your food. Like, it's really weird.
It's Italians for you.
I'm just like, there's construction people trying to build a pool, and the mother's feeding her family, and the guy just leans in, grabs whatever he wants.
Yep.
And I'm like, what is with you? And then they bring in the investigators, and he's like, well, I'm in the spooky house. Better get the steak. And I'm like, the steak?
Do you have any wine?
You were a guest at my house and you take the steak?
If you like The Exorcist, you should watch the Vatican. No, is it called The Pope's Exorcist with Russell
That was
Crowe?
definitely an interesting one.
I did not hate it.
I didn't hate it. It was just different.
It was like a Da Vinci Code style mentality. It's like you don't know if it's real or not, but then they manifested at the end. It was very good with a weird ass ending.
Yes.
It's the same as like the Da Vinci Code with Tom Hanks. Like it was really, really good and it like investigative, and then it had a fucking weird ending. And you're like, okay, well, I guess that's a thing.
Last recent spooky movie I enjoyed was called Winchester. Yeah, it's about the Winchester house.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's very light on the horror. Like there's all this buildup of a bunch of bad stuff happening, and it's not really that bad, but it is scary and it is spooky because it has a pretty good twist in it. So I recommend that.
Cool. So let's track down some gremlins.
Okay, so yeah,
Gremlin.
Gremlin.
All right. Jackie says their rules are avoid bright light, don't get them wet, don't feed them after midnight.
Cool.
So,
And they're thermographic creatures, so we can track them that way, hopefully.
She doesn't know about that.
That's fair. I will assume they are.
okay. All right, so we're thinking Gremlin, huh?
I mean, you've convinced me.
It's a little disappointing. I was hoping for a ghost.
I mean, we can't rule out. We got EVP, and as far as I remember, gremlins don't talk.
I mean, in
So
the
we get
movies they do.
Well, one can kind of, but they don't actually speak.
The second
language.
one I remember like a whole like
One smart one could manifest language.
You
Oh.
want civilization.
Yeah,
Was that civilized?
yeah. Because you know that they can't speak English when they're doing the when they're singing their song, because they can't manifest language.
That's true.
I'm not saying that their grunts aren't language to them. I'm sure it is. No more than Mogwai going. They have a language. It's not our language, is what I mean.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Casey knows the most occult and probably can communicate with them.
Hey, I have a bunch of water. Come hang out with it.
So that's the question. Can I
It'd be cold.
occult to see if there's a way to communicate. Intelligence occult.
Yeah.
Nice.
1.
Not that I'm aware of. It's something that you saw in a book,
And I didn't really pay much attention.
and you didn't really pay that much
Because it's
attention.
like,
There's no such thing as
there's
gremlins.
no gremlins.
It's a movie thing.
I'd
Everything's
like
steeped in
to
reality.
attempt to talk to it using charisma in the cult.
Sure.
Hey, little
Say the right-
grummy. Me. 2 successes.
Just turn it a beaker at the end.
Yeah, I don't know their language.
Oh. What would that be? I guess.
Idiocy.
No, I was just trying to think of. Okay, let's do brawl and dexterity,
Oh.
and give me a dex and do the same.
Dex and the other thing.
Dex and Brawl.
No, okay.
I was like, unless you have a melee weapon in which to defend yourself with, which you don't.
No.
Because I have the maglite. I don't.
What did you? I got 1 success. How many did you?
I got none.
You're like and all of a sudden there's something flies out and he just hits you.
So you got thumped for superficial damage.
Yeah.
No. Unfortunately, half of 1 is still 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like somebody threw a, I want to say beaker, but it wasn't even that. It was like a pop can or something and threw it at you.
Jackie, did it make it on camera? Darn it.
I turned the camera towards where it came from. Wow. Do I see anything in the heat signature?
Give me a dexterity and
Oh, good.
you
Awareness?
got
Yeah, yeah.
and awareness.
All right. Oh, yeah. 990 and 5. So 3.
He caught something, but it's distorted.
Sure. Well, it's distorted anyways because it's a thermographic camera.
Yeah, but it's more distorted than it should be.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, but can we follow it?
I mean, can
yeah.
I? Yeah.
You could probably, it's like taking off towards the basement.
All right. So would that be Dex and Survival to track?
Sure.
Okay. 1.
As soon as like you went around the corner, you can't find it.
Dang. What around the corner? Where does that lead to?
It's like you went around the corner to like head down
Yeah.
to the basement, and it's gone.
Okay, so but it's in the basement.
You think?
A reasonable assumption. Yeah. So definitely, we're gonna go down there anyway. So
Well, let's go.
Yep.
yeah,
And you left a camera downstairs, down in
In
the
the
basement.
basement.
we
In
did.
the
Yeah.
basement.
But we don't. It's not live feed. We'd have to get the tape out of it.
Yeah,
to
it's more
look at-
like a trail cam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go down there, and it's like something's over it.
Oh no!
Almost like
Like somebody.
somebody dumped it like a blanket over it or something. It's just,
Yeah.
But it's covered.
but it's covered.
Okay, so it's not goo or anything, so the camera's safe.
We might have
Thank
gotten
goodness.
lucky enough to see whatever covered it before it got covered,
Yeah.
but let's guess not.
Mm.
So we can uncover that, take the tape out, replace the tape with new tape, so that we at least have that regardless. And then I'm still looking for hot spots.
Okay.
Now we're in the basement, and if the fucking broiler kicks up, like, ah!
I was gonna
Casey
say,
said we're leaving.
I was gonna say let's check the broiler because that would be a good hiding spot
Yeah,
for something that size. Yeah.
yeah. Or coal chute, because it can run up and down the chute.
Well, a coal chute's just literally a hole in the building that you put coal in.
Yeah, but it can also have,
It can have a chute, yes.
an actual physical like metal chute. Yeah.
It's a chute that goes like outside, but the outside you think has been welded shut.
Okay. Because there's no longer a cart that needs to drop it
Yeah.
off and deposit the coal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I want to check the boiler.
Okay, give me an investigation and wits.
One, two, two.
2. You go over there and you realize it's a gas. It's been switched over to gas, so there's no
Yeah,
way to
I knew
actually
that.
open it up.
Okay, so,
So the external still looks like a broiler, but the internal's
Or
much less.
much less.
It's
been
gas based or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been updated in like in the 50s, and they
So-
just left it the external.
It looks cool, but it
Yeah.
doesn't function like the old version
Correct.
with the open flame and the, okay.
You can open it up, and there's like where you exchange like the filters and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
But
It's really
no cavity of.
no cavities.
Yeah.
And you see a black cat. No, just kidding.
can still look around it.
Yeah,
though.
you
Yeah,
so
we're-
we'll look
yeah.
around it.
Let's yeah. Look around. I'm gonna focus on the camera.
Go
Um,
ahead and give me a investigation and
Well, I was thinking we could also set up a trap.
wits.
Fun, something fun. Investigation what?
And wits.
Thank you.
Wits or intelligence, whatever one you want to use.
7, 6, 8. So 3 successes.
3 successes. You're pretty sure there's probably only one of them,
Okay.
and you don't really hear anything in the basement right now.
Could it have hidden under the stairs?
Yes.
Could be in the walls. We don't know.
Well, I'm
Well,
gonna
no, it's
check
true. If
under
it's
the
brick,
stairs.
it's probably
Yeah,
not in the walls.
yeah.
But fair.
You look underneath the stairs. The stairs are covered in again cobwebs, but it looks like some of them have been knocked down, and then
the voices.
voices come.
Oh no!
The Gremlins.
And stuff like that.
Cool.
So something was under the stairs,
Yes.
Yeah.
but
Either-
nothing's currently.
Nothing's currently under the stairs.
Have we checked the coal bin?
No, we can.
Let's check the coal bin.
I'd also like to maybe jerry rig some like a little mouse trap, something that would be large enough.
To catch it,
Yeah, potentially.
potentially. That's fine with me.
Okay. Nice. That's 4 successes, so I do jerry rig something.
Yeah, you jury rig something.
Right. So all we need is
So I have a trap. Think like a makeshift, using HVAC pieces and duct tape and whatever to make like a little spring trap. What's the terminology? What do they call them? Non-lethal
A live trap.
trap.
A live
Yeah,
trap.
live trap. Thank you. So large enough for a possum or something, made out of just old parts that I found around. It probably takes me a while. I do have speed crafting.
It'll take you about 10, 15
Yeah.
minutes to fix. You're like, oh, I can use this, this, and this, and this. And you see some things lying around, and you're able to put something together.
Do we know if they would be more attracted to food or like a shiny object? 'Cause so far they haven't like taking anything, so we don't really
So
have.
I failed that, so I don't know.
Yeah,
You can make another occult check to see if you
cult int.
occult
Intelligence.
occult intelligence.
Just to
got
see
one.
if I remember anything. 3 successes.
3.
Nice.
You think probably food,
Okay.
especially since you haven't seen any food here.
Valid. I'll go out to my van and get an MRE, break it apart.
Trying to kill it.
Yes, but it doesn't know that.
Especially use the omelet.
Yeah.
Oh god.
No, the creamy creamy fettuccine Alfredo.
creamy spinach Alfredo.
Yeah.
I don't know how they said. Yeah, they'll like this.
Who? It's like with the omelet. I had one guy that decided, I like
I
the
mean,
omelet.
powder eggs are pretty bad, but whatever it is that they use to make that
Had a
creamy.
lieutenant that wanted that liked the omelet.
Yeah.
Admittedly, he covered it in Tabasco sauce because
Yeah.
it was about the only way to make that thing edible.
Yeah, I think he did the same thing, except we were heading back from the range, and he ate it, and he had the worst gas. We almost threw him out the back of the LMTV.
Yeah, there's nothing subtle about those eggs.
No.
Cool.
I had a taste for the corned beef hash. No one else would eat it, but I would eat that one.
What's I'm a huge fan of the barbecue ribs.
Well, those are good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of those. And then that one time they had the sausage breakfast, that was
Oh
really
yeah,
good.
that's good.
Yeah, but I like the chili with the vegetable crackers. Those are probably my favorite right now.
I just remember everybody liked the bread, and I always hated it.
Some of the bread is good. I like the
Some
pound
bread
cake.
is
The
really
cookie,
good.
The marbled bread is good,
Oh,
but
yeah.
the puffed wheat bread is not good.
Yeah, when I went through basic training,
And by
a lot
bread,
of-
I mean it's just puffy cracker.
and that's what they would do. It's like, I want the wheat bread. I'm like, you can have
No,
it.
there's a vegetable cracker you can get where it's crisp and it's kind of like a Toll House, but it's got vegetable,
Yeah, that
seasoning.
one's good.
and that comes with a cheese spread that's really good.
Then
I never.
we
liked the
always
cheese
made a
spread.
bet that you can eat a full cracker within a minute without drinking water.
Yeah. Valid. Anyways, so grab some food out of the van, make a makeshift meal in the trap, and I don't know the best place to put it, but
I'd say
I'm
by the
thinking
stairs.
the kitchen maybe. Well, that's also. I want to put it.
Kitchen might be better just because putting it by the stairs, it might be able to knock it under the stairs and
Yeah,
break its way out.
I think we put it in a place where we can aim a camera on it.
I really think the kitchen.
Yeah, I think
By
so
the
too.
fridge.
That was what I was going towards, just because it's a sterile, less, not sterile, but less not sterile. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I think it's as good. It's probably the best spot. We know that it's active enough with windowsill and stuff. So
Yeah. So
and then,
yeah.
and then we'll try to lure it because it didn't
Set
like when
up
we talk
a
shit to it.
camera so that we can watch the live feed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Giving you technology, intelligence
Okay.
to set it up.
So
Okay. I have 5. What do you have?
5 as
5.
well. Okay, but I'm mostly facilitating my camera. I have 3 successes.
I have 2.
Okay.
You were able to set it up.
Alright.
A little bit of hiccups, kind of like when Jeremiah starts
Just takes
messing with
longer.
it.
Yeah. Team viewer stays up. Jeremiah's like, stop picking on me, guys. So, Brian, would you like to talk shit to the gremlin and get it to come to the camera?
Let's see. Oh, you mean talk gremlin to it? Of
Yeah,
course.
that's-
Yeah.
I can
yeah.
talk gremlin. Beep beep boop 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 boop, beep beep. All right. Me 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 me. Mima, I'm a big gremlin. I'm not so important. I just want to come and have lunch in front of this camera. It'll be so cool. That's one success.
Nothing seems to happen. Oh, let's verify that one. Yeah, nothing seems to. He seems to resist the urge to pummel you.
Damn it. I tried. I really tried. Okay. So we'll keep the cameras on, turn the lights off. Well, I don't think there are lights.
No, well, the only light is our flashlights.
Yeah. So we need to hide
And then
someplace.
vacate.
Yeah. Well, way out.
Because that's why I said let's do a
Yeah.
live stream. We can go down to the van and watch the live stream.
Yeah.
The live feed.
So we technically have two live feeds. We have the base camera and the thermal camera.
So what did you get to build the trap? Was it 4 successes, or how many successes did you?
Well, I have to get 4 period for it to work at all.
Okay.
And you can. It applies 2 dice to a skill roll, so I'm guessing it's going to be whatever brawl to trap it.
It'd be. I would think it'd be. Oh, I almost want to say survival and intelligence too.
Sure. I mean, you're the guy. Just add 2 dice to whatever roll you think is required.
Wow, that's a critical success there.
Yes.
So that is
My duct tape is superior. I use T-Rex duct tape.
yeah. When you get back to your back to the van to look at it, in about 30 or 40 minutes, you see a clink, but whatever is in the trap doesn't seem to be showing up on camera.
Oh, wow.
It's almost like somebody, you know how they blur out things?
Yeah.
Exactly what it looks like.
Like a silhouette, but no.
No definite shape.
Yeah.
And and it's really weird because it should come out clear. You don't have any reasons why it would be blurry.
Right. Does the heat signature show up at all on the thermal camera?
Not really. I mean, it just seems to be a little cooler, and you see like it bouncing. The trap is almost like going.
That's cool.
Oh, we better go get that trap.
Yeah, for sure.
Jackie, make room in the van.
Jackie's probably gone. As soon as that trap went off, she's probably.
No. Calm down. You're outside.
Roll what is it? Composure check for Jackie.
Okay.
Just straight composure. We got 2 successes. Calm
Okay,
down, Jackie.
She's fine.
It's okay.
I'm already just kind of beelining it to
Oh
that
yeah, no,
trap.
for sure.
Like,
Jackie.
I don't care what Jackie feels.
Yeah, and I
I'm
have
like, I'm going to the trap as fast as I can.
Can't get me. We caught the gingerbread man.
Okay.
Yep.
You get up to the trap, and it's like the trap's torn apart.
and that's some bullshit.
That's what 4 successes get you.
I'd say we've proven it. There's something here.
Yeah, we could do better though. I think we need to clear it out because that's what he's gonna have us do anyways. Either us or another member of our cell.
I mean, Jeremiah in HR is like, no. If we do more work, we need to get compensated for it.
Yeah, I agree. We need to be compensated.
So,
But I think we need to come back with something better than jerry rigging a trap.
that's true, and yeah, I could certainly buy some more traps, reinforce them. Like, yeah, I agree.
So maybe we have to come back tomorrow night.
Yeah, or some other night after we talk to the owner and say, hey, this is the quote-unquote proof that we have. What do you... Because realistically, he didn't say prove it and get rid of it. He just said, let me
Prove
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can go to him
Prove
with that.
or disprove. That's all
And then we
told
can
us.
tell him we also do this other thing.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Okay. He says, okay. you contact me and you let me know, and I contact the
Like, hey,
client.
boss.
And I says, yeah, he says he wants us to meet at 9 o'clock at night over at his house.
Okay.
Well,
So tomorrow
Tomorrow
all
tomorrow
right,
night.
yeah, all right.
to show him all the
It's showing the
information we have.
information and
Okay.
that stuff, and
I mean,
Yeah, we do that.
Fred, you did remember to get his address, right?
yes, I got his address.
Okay.
It's up on the hill.
He's like, it happened once. Don't be a dick.
Fred, the hill is not an address. We have multiple hills.
No, the hill is what he calls his homestead. Excuse me. It's like this is Horman Homes, Horman Hill.
It's up on in the valley, the hills where all the expensive
Yeah.
houses are.
So instead of the island, they're up in the mountain.
Yeah, up on the mountain.
All right. It's weird that it's so late, but okay.
I assume he's eccentric.
I think so. He says when I met with him,
Is he really 3 gremlins in a trench coat?
He go,
I mean, there's the part of me that wants to take the day and look up and see what the man who died, the
Yeah.
dad, looked
Well, we have
like.
plenty of time to Google
Yeah,
it. We
I
have
know.
the whole next day, yeah. We'll do
Because
our
I'm,
due
ju-
diligence.
I'm
We'll
just
definitely
kind
look
of
some
like,
stuff up.
okay, this is a little weird. So I want pictures of the dad who died so I can compare
okay,
the pictures to him.
okay, that's
Oh
fine.
yeah, he died relatively recent too, so should
Yeah.
be an obituary.
Yeah.
You do find an obituary for that person, for him. And it
But
was
I mean, I also want pictures of when he was younger.
yeah, okay,
Maybe.
that's fine. You definitely see pictures of him when he was younger and stuff like that, but you don't see anything like earlier than like 1960s
Yeah, I'm sure.
from his
You know,
dad
before cameras existed.
and stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
It's like, and so you meet him. You go up on I give you the address, and you head up there, and it's a nice Victorian style house. And you ring the doorbell, and they're gonna go. And it's a normal doorbell. That plays dun dun.
Da, 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 da.
And
Right.
a man, he opens up the door, and he looks similar, very similar to the person that.
Okay, I just want to keep that in mind. That it's like, okay, he looks very similar.
He goes, "Oh yes,
We've been able to
We've assessed the situation.
coagulate some information.
okay. What do you got for me?"
Well, there's definitely something.
It's hard to express this. This is a non-form of evidence, but my friend Casey here has a
We have a reasonable
supernatural
suspicion
sixth sense. Yeah,
that it's,
something.
well, we would call it a gremlin.
Yeah. Well, we have more than just that. We have so we'll start with the EVP. We'll go through the less likely to the most likely.
Okay.
So the 3 or 4 EVP recordings we have, 2 isolated sound clouds of Get Out, I think it was.
Runaway.
Runaway, that's it. Thank you. Then we'll have our non-recorded experiences. We'll talk about the pushing of the material, the opening of the window, the whatever, and then we'll do the actual video that we have. Also, we looked at the videotape of the one that had been covered.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get anything from that was more overt than just like all of a sudden there's a black shadow?
You say something again. Something that it's almost like
Right.
it just won't be recorded.
Which is fine, but is it moving like a cloth across the
Yeah.
floor?
Yeah.
Like-
All of a sudden you see, it's like a big lump with a cloth, and then all of a sudden it throws it.
right. So that's clearly something. And then we have the video
Yeah.
feed of the trap and the slight cold dot instead of
And we've got the video evidence of the footprint.
on the windowsill
And the
and, in the
handprint.
basement. Yeah.
He goes, interesting.
So
So you think it's a gremlin?
Yep.
yes. We don't have.
Unfortunately.
And then it's like I can show the video or pictures rather of the destruction of the temporary trap. Like
And
it's,
he keeps eyeing you, Brian, a little bit.
Can I sense the unnatural?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
nice.
2 10s.
Back of your neck just stands up.
And I'm sitting here. I'm doing everything I can to be cordial, but I get the feeling I just can't keep my feet still anymore.
You're just not comfortable. It's like all of a sudden you did it, and all of a sudden the temperature dropped in the house like 10 degrees, 10, 20
Yeah.
degrees.
Finally, they turned the heat down. Thank you
Right,
very
go
much.
there, shake his hand.
Yeah, sure.
I forgot
Well,
to
I mean-
introduce ourselves. My name is Anthony. Nice to meet you.
He doesn't shake your hand.
Oh, how dare you!
He goes. He
Yeah.
goes.
We just met.
I
It's okay.
he's like I'm
I don't
really
like
scared of
germs."
germs.
Yeah.
Hmm
Totally valid after COVID.
But yeah, we were hoping for something really cool, but gremlin infestation's fairly standard for this time and period.
He goes, interesting. Well, I've taken care of payment with Fred.
Hmm
Oh, he didn't tell us about payment.
He never does.
Oh, that's fair.
Well, money disappears in your account.
I'm okay with that.
And he goes, thank you for letting me know about this. I'll take care.
Yeah, and of course, all of this evidence is yours to keep. We have our copies.
Okay,
Feel
That's-
free to get them checked out or anything.
that's fine. And he goes, I will definitely take a look at it a little bit more. If I decide to retain your services again, I have other properties and stuff I might have you look at.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And he goes, I will let Fred know.
All right.
Hopefully, we'll run into a ghost. That'd be cool.
You didn't run into a ghost?
No, just gremlins. Pretty sure.
Let me know if you actually run into a ghost. That'd be interesting because I thought they were incorporeal.
Yeah.
I thought you might run through a ghost, but not run into a ghost.
Depends on the nature of the ghost.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. What? What was your name?
And he just smiles.
Mr. Smiles, okay.
No, okay.
He goes,
Smile.
Jensen.
Oh, that's right.
Jensen. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
Well, thank you,
we'll
Mr.
keep in
Jensen.
touch.
We write him down in our notes. Well, you do. Cause
Oh, yeah, I
didn't
do.
notice shit. I was being all professional and cordial, and you're like, gotta go. And Brian, he was like sneering at Brian because Brian ward some way. It's awesome.
And he leads her out. And you also see like a German Shepherd German Shepherd's being very well behaved. It just
Just to
Nice.
clarify, the dog, not a human, right?
correct.
Can I
Okay.
pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? No. Okay.
And that will conclude our
Woo! You got paid.
investigation for the day because it's almost 4 o'clock.
I'm
Yeah.
wording.
Nice. And if we decide,
I'm repelling the unnatural, and Fred can't end the scenario.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to head through the fellowship on your way out to pick up
Holy shit, Fred! You all right, dog?
The way that it's worded is kind of weird. Fellowship,
To pick up some
merch,
loot.
fantastic Fellowship gaming loot.
There you
Jeez.
go.
We need to work on the exit.
That's a wrap, everyone. We're professionals.
We're
Or something.
professionals.
One camera's on fire, but we made it.
All right. See you on. Are we gaming anything on Friday or not? Because Casey's
This
not going to be
Friday?
here.
I don't.
Yeah, I
oh,
thought
the
we-
How
third.
far
I
we
am
got planned?
unsure.
We're unsure. Well, if we see you
I
on.
think. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it was Starfinder.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right. And we'll see you on Friday.